I got a 14.
Why do you fucking people always just shout shit out?
What do you mean, you people, huh?
Yeah.
Jonathan, I got the same.
Alright, welcome to the age-old session, dude.
Alright, who's got, like, anything higher than 20? Magically? Like, somebody...
Which one of you bitches got higher than a 14, huh?
What are we doing?
Roll initiative here.
Oh, Robert, can you do me a favor while you're doing that?
No.
Please?
Hold on, I'm doing my job, too. What am I doing?
I rolled...
Hold on. Hold that thought. I'm trying to find the right thing, because I can't think of the name.
A 1. My first roll of the night.
Classic.
Well, you got that one in your system.
Hey, at least
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's not. At least it's not like, oh, I don't take a turn. You know, it's just
Yeah,
I
it would
go.
be astronomical if you rolled 2 of those in a row.
Anyone roll higher than Jonathan? Anyone actually roll higher than Jonathan?
I rolled a 14.
So are you both 14?
Yes.
Well, okay. Who would like to go first then?
Jonathan, high roll me again on a D20.
Alright.
I got a 13.
A D20? Alright. 19.
Alright, I win. We were rolling.
Alright, cool. First.
Alright, below 14 to 10. 10 to 14. Alright,
Ben?
So we have Fuckhead on the bridge.
Everyone else is just sort of huddled on the end.
And Tentacle Face is hovering in the air, staring.
Adjacent to his left, yes. But either way would be the same distance.
Wait, there's a tentacle face?
Yeah, that's the thing that floated up from the abyss. So 10 to 5.
Oh, at the bridge, I remember.
10 to 5. 10 to 5?
I rolled a 7. I rolled a 7.
Okay, Donny, what'd you roll?
Also got a 7.
God damn it. Okay, which one of you two?
You can go first.
Okay.
Wait.
And then someone roll for Galen. Paul, you wanna
Sure.
since you're the most
Galen got a 15. Haha!
Okay, so Galen goes.
Oh my god, this guy's deck is crazy.
And then Paul
How did
taking
this
up.
guy lose?
Alright, Jonathan, you're first on the on the old turn order.
JP's going first. Who wants to go first?
No, but
no offense to Robert at all. Can you send me a little bit clearer of a picture? I cannot read any of that.
Did it really come out blurry anyway?
I put it in the Discord just so you could see. I'm not like being.
To be fair, it didn't look like that when I took it. Granted.
Okay, no, that's fair.
It's how internet works. Yeah. I will spend the remainder of whoever's going first telling me what they're doing to take this picture.
JP?
How far is it? Can I gauge that?
Yeah, the whole thing's like 60 feet across, so it's within range of like everything at this point.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
What are we fighting?
Okay, so as you got to this abyss, nothing happened while you got here. There's sort of, on either side of this thing, I should have described it, but there's sort of more intricate carvings, which have been sort of, Johnny, you weren't here for this, and Donny either, that were laid out throughout the entirety of the structure, so it fits the, in terms of, like, the texture, the same of everything, but this is, like, the largest space that you've seen so far, it being sort of like a 60-foot-ish diameter cylinder going around, down into, like, almost complete darkness, with sort of dim-lit sconces around on the walls, and on either side, direct left and right, sort of perpendicular from the way the bridge spans, are sort of two outlets for waterways pouring down into the darkness that you can't even hear it hitting the bottom.
Is this abyss howling?
No.
Beams.
Robert, I have another question about my surroundings.
Yes.
How big of a, platform are we on our side of the bridge?
In terms of what,
Like, we came through a doorway, right?
Yes.
Is it just, 4 foot and then the bridge starts with no other,
The equivalent of a double doorway across.
And
so,
how wide is this platform?
The platform that you're on with would be, and I say platform, but it's not really that big.
Well,
either.
I know it's like a cliff, right? Like a cliff.
Basically, yeah. It's not like there's
How
like a
big is-
balcony. It's literally just like
Yeah, it's all open.
doorway.
How
Then
big is, yeah. How much space?
you have 8 feet max. We'll say 8 feet across
8
width.
square feet.
Well, 8 feet because it's the hallway behind you, so you can go as far back as you want, but the width is 8.
Okay.
And then height goes up, high enough for everybody to stand fine, but
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna, hold on, let me go back to my spells. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy in the face.
Roger that.
Roll to hit. I got a 3.
A 3. 3 does not quite cut it.
Not really? No.
Anything else? Movement? What are you doing?
We're all cluttered together, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2 feet to the left.
Okay. You sort of
We're
brush
all
up against the
together,
wall
right?
now.
Arms of a dog.
I jump onto the monster.
And that will be Jonathan's turn.
Robert, can I use the thingamajig?
What's the thingamajig?
Secret thingamajig.
The secret?
Mm-hmm.
That's defensive, not offensive.
Can I prep that then?
No, it's reaction. It's not preparation.
Oh,
Give a
okay.
reaction.
Alright, hold on. I'm opening the image now.
Everyone's still level 2.
3.
No, we're 3.
3.
Watch
So
that.
How
do
much
the-
XP do you have?
Oh yeah,
14,
you
14.
yeah, you guys should be at 14.
14.
So if you guys are not level 3, you should do that quickly. Also, Jonathan, cough, you're out of spell slots, by the way.
Whoops.
Warped.
They were used effectively, but they are now
They
forfeit.
are now done.
You guys didn't take a long rest before this shit?
No.
Donnie, we literally killed something, walked through the door.
Can I do a cantrip?
Yes, you can do as many cantrips as you would like.
Awesome.
Find my pencil.
I'm doing closer
I-
pictures.
I'm going to be quite useless in this fight.
I'm gonna do Ray
You
of
could probably
Frost
pick up a stone, maybe.
on it.
Ray of Frost.
No, I'm just gonna do Firebolt. Fuck it.
Firebolt.
What do I have to do?
That's an attack roll. So D20 plus 6.
D20 is 9.
9 plus 6. That is 15. I am looking at the stats now because I just finished taking those pictures for you, Jonathan. You should be getting them shortly.
Thank you.
15 hits. So the dwarf sort of steps in, cracks the knuckles, walks up, making sure you don't go too far to the edge, because, dwarves know how to deal with heights. They prefer being down as opposed to up. And you just sort of whip out your staff, or what do you use a staff?
What am I using?
Just, sidetrack, but it's important, painting the picture.
Also, for future reference, you should always use a whip as a wizard and just spell at people.
Yeah, I'm using a quarterstaff.
Yeah, we had one kid, Rainey, who was a paladin that used the whip as his weapon, so he had a shield and then a whip, and he whipped people.
Yeah. Obby whip.
Repent!
But from Liam.
Yeah, that was that
My
session.
spellbook says "fuck you."
Yeah. So either way, you sort of take out your miscellaneous wizarding instrument, sort of whip it at this thing, and you see this ball of fire illuminate the darkness for, as bit of a far way down as it can go into sort of limitless darkness as it seems, and it hits it sort of dead in the sort of the shoulder and throws flames across its body, but it doesn't sort of burst into flames or anything fancy like that. Just sort of takes it and sort of eyes slowly turn to the rest of the group. I roll damage for that, Jonathan. It's I believe D8, but I will look it up just to double check.
6.
Let me just double check so you didn't. Oh, it's D10, Jonathan. Oof.
Oof.
Oh.
Let's hope you
Four.
roll
That's-
higher.
I got a 4.
Classic.
Hey-oh.
Hey, you can do more damage.
Whoops.
And I'm done after that.
Simple arithmetic. There we go.
Well, actually, I'm gonna take 2 steps back into like the little cluster of people, so they don't realize it's me.
Okay, so just sort of like elbowing your way through the kneecaps into the
Oh.
back.
Can I cast a fucking?
I don't think you know
Like
the
that.
fucking spell, Jonathan. That's
No.
mass suggestion,
Oh,
and that's a lot higher level than you are.
I have no spell slots. Shit.
Okay. Movement done. Anything else, Jonathan?
Can I take a long rest to get? Wait, how do I? Is there anything I can do to get a spell slot?
Yeah, don't let JP pick your character.
No, Jonathan.
No, but like, do I have any?
No.
No, you don't. Yeah, you need a spell slot.
Not currently. If there is a thing you could do, you can't do it now. It'd be out of combat. But I'd have to double check for wizards.
All right.
But if I
Pass.
okay.
5th edition loopholes.
Someone just got on, but it's not Galen.
It could be.
Ah, yeah, it's not Galen.
Joe.
Oh, speaking of Galen, Galen's up.
Oh, okay.
That was a confusing sentence in my brain. Speaking of Galen, Paul,
Hold on.
I guess he'll continue to throw rocks.
Okay.
Or you could turn into a bee, so that way you can actually stab it.
Yeah, you could do that. He has not transformed into anything. Oh wait, no, he's been a bear this whole time. He's still a bear.
Oh, yeah,
oh, he is a bear.
He's currently a bear, yeah.
Someone throw the bear at the flying eye monster.
Can he start to try to disengage the bridge so he kills Ben?
Is Ben on the bridge?
Yeah, Ben's the only one on the
Ben's,
bridge
like,
right
right in front of him.
Ben, you idiot. What if the bridge catches fire? Did you not see the first Shrek? What if it falls?
Ben, are you actually here? Because he's doing the white noise thing again.
Great.
Alright, well, yeah, Paul, what is he doing?
I guess I'll wait.
It's,
I don't know.
I think, hold on, let me double check. Because this thing's not, like, that far out of the abyss. If it is, if he has enough range as a bear, he might be able to...
Far out.
I just gotta find Galen as this fucking
Wait,
thing.
is the bridge like the same width?
As what? The tunnel? It's a little thinner. It's like, we'll say like 6 feet across, but it's you can get 2 people in. You can get 2 people in, but it'll be tight.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 crab man, 2 regular people.
1 bear, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so currently regular range melee attacks won't be able to hit it.
Yeah.
So he's just waiting in bear form if this thing gets close enough to hit.
Exactly.
Okay. Ben, your turn.
Well said, Ben.
Can you not hear me anymore?
Now
There
we
he
can.
is.
There you are.
Also, if you can't be heard asking the question to us, would not be best. You are currently echoing, though. Slightly.
Alright, well, you're just gonna have to deal with that. Fuck it.
It's gonna echo everything.
Where's this pussy ass dragon?
Except for that, apparently.
And this.
Fix shit.
It's like only echoing me.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh,
Anyway.
I got me a little bit.
Okay, well, whatever.
You didn't say it right.
Now we're fine. Alright, yeah, Ben, your turn.
Okay, explain to me again what's going on in my immediate surroundings.
Okay, your immediate surroundings is this monster. It's sort of just... You're on the bridge, turn 90 degrees to your left, and the echo's, like, ruining my brain, like, things. Mute yourself for now. Wait, now it's... What?
Put push the talk on.
Hold on. No, I don't even hear him now. Ben, are you still here? Okay, whatever. Fuck it, because,
Ben,
like,
say
you're doing...
something if you hear us.
Fucking... What is with your thing, Ben? Anyway, we know you can hear you. You can... Wait, now it's echoing again. Ben.
Yo.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off. I don't
This
know
is
what
so
the fuck
weird.
is happening.
Okay, go into the Discord settings and turn on push to talk, and then use that button to talk, and that might be able to fix this as well as the echo problem.
Now I just gotta find Discord settings.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'll continue with what you wanted me to do.
Yeah, I got it.
So it's this sort of cloaked figure with long sort of tentacle tendrils coming from its mouth area, and these sort of not glowing eyes, but they are reflecting what little light there is in this place. So they kind of are glowing in a way. Roughly just outside of melee range distance in front of you, on this floating over the abyss adjacent to you.
Do a sick backflip and shoot it with an arrow.
Paul, what did you roll in the beginning?
My crab?
Yeah.
1.
1. Okay, so that's... Then
I'm looking the other way.
Just out to lunch.
Everyone's like, oh, did you guys see that? I'm like, what are you guys looking at?
Critical crack.
Craggle, craggle.
I'm like, look at the... Oh, a penny!
1 copper.
Yeah. I'm just double checking something. Okay, yeah. Good thing I remember before shit hit the fan.
Agua.
Alright, so yeah, Ben, it's your turn whenever you want to actually, like, exist again. Ben, Ben, do you understand how push to talk works? Because now if you did it, you have to push the button to make yourself talk. You only send voice noises when you hit the button.
Fuck.
Rip.
Cool.
Oh yeah, my turn.
Well said, Ben.
Fuck. I'm playing Skyrim.
I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. Move on. Why? Can't you not type in Discord?
Yeah, Ben, if you could hear us real quick, just tell us what you're doing for your turn. In words, like text words, like
Can you type
like
in
human
Discord?
text words.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
He's gonna run to the other side of the bridge.
He's just gonna jump off, try to swing, miss the railing, and then just go down into the abyss.
Going.
Yeah. And just fade into darkness.
Did you get that?
What?
He's gonna run to the other side of the bridge.
Oh wait, what?
He's typing in the
Oh, I don't have that open right now. And then
yeah,
what?
I'm looking at it.
Ben, and then what?
You probably just
I
have just
can't
he's not on his computer because he can't type on Discord because he's on
And
his
then what?
phone.
Can you hear us, Ben?
Shoot an arrow
Shoot
from the.
an
Okay,
arrow
well
from
then
the other
roll
Is
the
there a Ben in the room?
roll the
Roll
die.
Roll a d20 to see if you hit.
If there is a Ben in the room, give us a sign.
All right, well 12 sends that shit just flying out into the darkness.
Did you add your numbers?
Yeah,
to
did you
that
roll 12 or did?
roll?
Oh, I accidentally closed that Discord again. Hold on. Because that will make the difference.
So it's a d20 plus your attack. Did you add that to get 12?
I closed the wrong one. Hold on. You're fucking talking at the same time to Rainy.
Oh my god, this guy just shit on me.
Ben, did you add that or
You
not?
wanna hear what's
Actually,
happening?
14.
Actually 14.
All right, well maybe it didn't make that much of a difference. So, wait, you added your proficiency in the beginning? Because you had 2 plus your dexterity, and I doubt you have only 0 dexterity.
Fuck, we're supposed to add our dexterity?
Not you.
Well, he's using a bow.
Yeah, you're using magic, which your number's correct. It's off your sheet, John. I just didn't tell you. Oh, then 18. That hits, Ben.
Jeez,
That's the difference.
Ben?
Asshole. Oh, sorry, I forgot the +2.
I wish I could see what Ben was saying.
Yeah, shut up, Jonathan. So you sort of, classic, run as far as you can without getting swiped at by this thing. Turn around. You don't have to be able to tell what it is to shoot it in the chest. Pull back. Any other bonuses or anything you have for being like a ranger or any like weird shit like that, or is it just what would roll your
Just
damage? Roll your damage.
Roll your damage.
Look back.
Don't forget to add.
Thwack. You hit it dead in the shoulder. The other one from where Jonathan hit would fire. But... as we all just stare at Ben is typing.
So, I'm playing Skyrim. I kill the first dragon. I'm like, wow, you're the Dovahkiin. You're the Dragonborn. And that guy goes, wait, I know you. You have a bounty of 5 gold. I was like, really, dude? He goes, he's like, you're free to go. I'm just gonna take back the stolen goods. Takes my main weapon.
Maybe you shouldn't steal, Jonathan.
Just foos for a dollar.
D10 for longbow.
And
D10
then I tried to-
plus dex.
Keep popping it
So
back.
D10 plus 4.
Oh, this needs to
That's
save
9.
me.
That's plus the floor, Ben? Okay. Roger that.
Copy that.
Quick math. There we go. Okay. Now it is... unless, Ben, you're done with your turn. Someone double check that. Otherwise, it is... I was on the right page and I clicked off. It is Donny's turn.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay. Donny. it is
Sacred
your
Flame
turn.
it.
Sacred Flame. It's a save on my end, right? Just give me
I
the
don't
number.
understand how he can
Dex.
hear us talking, but he can't type.
I don't know.
in Discord.
Throw, please.
Maybe it's magic. You ever think about that?
Does a... Hold on. Where's the fucking book? Does a 19 beat your save?
Who are you hitting?
He's trying to. I believe Donny responded with yes, but he said it so quickly that his mic didn't actually pick up anything.
Or no?
And then we also didn't hear it. Yes, okay. So,
S.
anything else, Donny?
Nope.
Nope. Roger that. Ben went muted and deafened for a second and then came back.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Ah!
Yeah, that's push to talk working, right then?
No, this is not push to talk.
This is phone?
This is okay. I've been using a laptop the whole time,
Okay.
and I was using like some stupid fucking mobile Discord like beta shit on my, and I just now downloaded the actual desktop
Okay.
Discord.
So you had like bootleg Discord
you
and
were
that was the phone.
browsing.
Yeah,
Discord.
exactly. Yeah. So this is real Discord, and that's why I could hear you guys, but I couldn't type because it was downloading, but it
Ah.
was still going in the background. So I just sorry. Is
Alright.
it better?
Yeah, this is 100 times better.
Yeah, we could actually have a conversation.
well,
with you.
Yeah.
And not with the echo of my voice.
And you're not falling asleep while getting toast.
Perfect.
And then, Donnie, anything else in your turn besides Sacred Flame?
No, thank you.
Okay, so
Yeah, Donnie, keep saying that seems to be working.
yeah.
Like that, you know.
All right.
We get a way to get away from me.
So it is your pal Caden's turn. Caden sort of shuffles a little further down the this chain bridge, a bit more comfortable seemingly with this chasm and the bridge over such a thing. Pulls out his bow, knocks an arrow, aims at this thing, fires, and looks up the stats on said weapon.
That was a good shot.
I think that was a good shot, but I gotta double check. Okay. So he's not all the way down there. He's halfway between, sort of a quarter of the way, because he went halfway from where Ben was originally. And who's like sort of the closest? Would that be like what, Paul, you or somebody at the front?
Sure, I'll be at the front of the bridge.
Okay. So you can sort of watch as
Me and Galen are like right next to each other.
yeah, next to a bear and a crab, just sort of like
Yeah.
stuck in the front, like
Yeah.
sort of watch as you can hear that he's saying something just because it's just this quiet abyss of people just fireball and arrow and this and that.
Good. So Galen can communicate in bear, and I can't.
Yeah.
Communicate.
So he sort of says, not Galen, Caden is speaking, but he says something that you can't quite hear, and you watch sort of as these sort of tendrils, almost wood vines, wrap down his bow arm up to his hand, sort of coat the arrow, and fly out. It and the thorns, prickling on the end, flies out, lands sort of almost dead center in this entity, and does damage that I'm going to calculate now.
Good.
Okay. Then that will be his turn. He sort of turns around, looks at the party, sees Crab Man next to Bear, and, Dwarf hiding underneath, all that jazz, and just sort of turns back without saying anything else. Rages his head a little bit, and it goes to somebody else's turn. So. Sorry. Just, pages. Okay.
It's either me or who hasn't gone yet.
Well, one thing in particular hasn't gone yet.
A monster.
Yep. Okay. It floats closer. Caden, in this case, walks up, reaches out with its sort of tentacle
He's still over
mouth.
the chasm.
Yeah, I mean, not as far out. Like he's close enough to be hit. Yeah, in this case. So, do you want to take Bear's turn? Would be, and or yours. Did you say you were doing it? I assume you were, but
Is it my turn?
I mean, he's close enough to hit. If you want to like take your turn after this, then I suppose because you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But then, all right. So you and Galen will go next. All right. Which is out with tentacles. And hold on, let me double check this before I say anything wrong. I'm stupid. Hold on. And then Caden just sort of bats away the tentacles with the edge of his bow. And backs up against the far chain on the bridge, and the whole thing sort of rocks a little bit. Ben ran to the other side, so no one else actually is affected by this shifting of the bridge, but yeah. And that'll be its turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Paul.
now I'll go.
Well, I mean, you go anyway here, but then Galen can go either before or after you.
Right, so I'll go on to the far side of... So, on Ben's side, so that way when Galen goes, he can get to the other side, and I will stab him
it would
with 2 hands.
it would technically be difficult terrain, but is that a roll or is that
For what?
difficult terrain? I spelled that wrong.
Difficult terrain? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm just double checking the rules on such a thing.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Okay, the fucking hold on. Oh, it's just half speed. So yeah, you can do that without wasting any movement.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I will roll then.
Yep. And there's no like opportunity attacks or anything because you moved within its range, not out of it.
Kia. Ooh.
Did you roll higher than a 1?
Yes.
Ooh.
I got a... Does 20 hit?
20, in fact, does hit, and that's not natural, correct?
No, yeah, that's plus the...
Synthetic, roger that. Artificial.
And then... where's my 8? There it is. Kia. 9 damage.
9 damage. Roger that.
Stab!
Crackle! As the
Crickle,
crackle
crackle.
radiates down into the echoing abyss. And sort of, yeah, it's eerily quiet, even though this water is pouring in, but sort of any sounds you make, anything you say, does sort of echo down and out and around and billows around and sort of resonates a bit, almost in a hollow sort of ambient noise, I suppose. Yeah, so you just hear that crackling sort of echo down.
The Predator. In D&D.
And as he pulls back, it just shanks this thing with a trident. And then Bearman goes.
Bearman!
And yeah, so Caden and you Paul.
Harvey Bearman.
Yeah, Caden and you, Paul, you're on the bridge, and you feel that shake with every step forward of the huge, heavy black bear paws. But it doesn't, there's no like falling dirt or any weird things gonna break sort of feeling. It's just you hear every sound and every sort of clanking of the strain put on these chains. You hear it sort of thunking against itself, but it besides the initial jostling, there's not really any problems beyond that.
So I want to slash at him. Do I get two rolls? Cause
I think it's technically 3. I think it's multi-attack. I had it
really?
pulled up. Yeah, it is multi-attack. I just gotta double check if
I
it's 2.
was trying to bargain.
Yeah, because it's claw,
Alright.
claw, bite, I believe. So if
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
mistaken,
cool.
it's multi-attack 3, but there are more than one. So you can start with
Roll.
toss a d20, and then I'll tell you what the actual. So this will be claw at least 1, if not more than 1.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's
I
bite.
don't know
Bite
what his
first.
plus
It
is.
is 2. So bite and then claws. So yeah. What'd you roll?
Fuck off.
A 10. and
10
then
plus
whatever.
3. Okay, so the
Oh.
the bite, you sort of lash out with your teeth and miss it, sort of grabbing a cloak and tearing the shred off as it falls wistfully down to the abyss. Then you get a claw attack now. You
Okay.
being not you, but it's also plus 3 as well.
Oh,
What
19.
keeps falling into
19.
the abyss?
That was just shreds of fabric off of this thing. Yeah, and then one was an arrow that Ben fired at it, but. And yeah, so then he comes around and rakes it with this sort of large claw on the close side of the bridge, doing 2d4 plus 2 damage. Paul,
2d4.
plus 2.
Fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. 6 damage.
6 damage. As these
Ow.
claws rip through the fabric and sort of tear layer of cloak and whatever else underneath, and spilling out not red blood, but some sort of dark color that you can't really tell in the this
Crabman is intrigued.
creature darkness.
Critical crap.
Yeah, whatever the sound of a crabman sniffing would be. And then back up to the top with JP.
Isn't it like a reverse gargling?
Joel.
I'm gonna try Eldritch Blast again and try not to whiff it.
Okay.
I got a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Another one goes soaring past.
10 plus 3, but that's
Sorry.
Take this, monster.
And cracks into the back wall, sort of sending bits of
Get rid of the
brittle
numbers.
stone down into the abyss. Anything else in your turn, Joel?
Oh no. No, I'm not towards the edge, correct?
No. You're back now, sort of clear more than you were before because of
Alright, I'll stay where I
you're
am.
next to Jonathan. Then Jonathan, your turn.
Ew, am I gonna get confused?
I'm going to. I only have 2 things I can do. Ray of Frosting.
Ray of Frost. Roger that. I gotta double check if that's a save or a. It is spell attack. So roll again. D20 plus 6. This one's the D8.
There's gotta be a lethal here somewhere.
18.
18. 18 does hit. D8 damage, Jonathan. And then its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
D8. You're the D8. 3.
3 damage. Its speed is now reduced. As everyone close can feel the cold air flash past, hit this thing, and the tiny little sparkles of frost begin to take hold around the edges of his cloak and his body. Anything else, Jonathan? On your turn?
Did I get a spell slot yet?
No. Ben, your turn. Ben?
Good talk.
Classic Ben.
Yeah. Okay, let's shoot another arrow at the thing.
Okay. Also, I know you had bonuses that wouldn't apply in combat, but you're not in a forest anymore because you're underneath it.
Right. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Loopholes in defense.
Okay. What all do I add to this roll?
It's your dexterity plus 2.
Oh, right. So,
And that equates to your attack bonus. That's what that would be.
yeah. 19.
19. 19, in fact, does hit this time around. So missing your first shot, immediately pulling back, and because this combat takes place within 6 seconds of itself, another shot fired out, and this one actually does hit sort of the heft of its upper arm on its left side as it tentacles sort of reaches out first, then the eyes turn around and stare in your direction, doing how much damage? It would be D10 plus dexterity, so D10 plus 4.
Is that a 9 or a 6?
You should have a line or a dot.
Yeah, underneath it would be
How big's your die?
a 6. The line of the dot's the bottom.
Big enough.
but it doesn't have that, so I'm going to call it a 9.
How does it not have
wait.
that?
Wait, what's on the opposite of 9?
Yeah,
The opposite?
the other
Yeah, what's
side.
on the other side? The exact other side.
0.
What?
Wait.
I don't know what the fuck I mean.
So that's a 9 then. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
what I
9.
thought.
Hold on.
I got really confused for a second when
So
you
it's
said
a 9
0.
plus 4. 13.
Nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a D10, so it's not as obvious. All right, you said 13.
Yes.
Roger that. Okay. Anything else you wish to do at your turn?
You can also look at
So-
the way the other numbers on that side of the D10 are oriented.
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah, isn't there like one side's all odd? Like one ring?
Yes. One side's
Yeah.
all odd, one side's...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's. I told you guys it was 9. I knew it was a 9. Anyway,
Wow.
okay, what else do I want to do? I want
Not wrong.
It's got
Wait, is there
personality.
space to run forwards, left, or right?
No. Well, I mean, there is space. It's just there's no ground beneath it.
Yeah, you can go there.
Yeah.
You won't.
I'm not going to stop
You'll
you. In
just have
fact,
to be going there for a very long
nothing is going to stop you because there's no ground.
Okay, all right, then I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Donny, your turn again.
Fuckhead contemplates suicide. And ends his turn.
Donny.
Oh my.
You're now
classic Ben.
now you're doing Ben. Yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Maybe Donny went to go get
There we go.
toast.
There we go. There we go. I'm assuming Sacred Flame again. Is that what you said? Okay, now you're being quiet again.
Yes.
Okay. He succeeds critically, but that doesn't.
Yes!
Shit.
Yeah. So as this holy light fails to pierce this
She
down,
pulls out a mirror and it comes right back.
this down this far beneath the we'll say earth, but you don't know what the composition of the soil above you is. So. Beyond that, anything else, Donny?
I think I'm going to sleep. I'm fucking tired.
Okay. Roger that, Donny. See you when Galen comes back. So in like a month or so.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Night. All right, there we go. Gaden's turn.
Galen's? Is that what you said?
Not Galen. So he sort of pulls back on
Caden.
Caden, yeah, Caden pulls back on his arrow, and Paul, you're next to him, and you see this as he pulls back the arrow. The whole arrow just snaps down the shaft and sort of splinters fly in his face, and he looks away, and you hear the tinkle of just wood and the bits of steel that would be on an arrowhead sort of tinkle down off the chains down to the abyss, and he just stands there, dumbfounded, for the remainder
That's
of
The one I
this
see.
turn. Yes, he did.
He just sighs.
Critical fail.
And then it's the monster's turn.
Robert, I got Ragnaros in my arena run.
Roger that. It also, hold on, it does, and again, lash out at Caden and mess with its
Your
tentacles.
first roll. Come here, bitch. Hey, you like this, you whore?
John, that definitely has to happen while we're playing a different game. In the meantime, thank you.
Gotta get in the mood.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. And that's its turn as well. And Paul, back to you.
Christmas.
Good. I will once again skewer it, as only Crabman can.
Who can but Crabman?
Kia. I fail!
Critically or regularly?
Nah, just a...
All right. And
Can I... Hold
It's a
on.
subpar
Hold
roll.
on. I'm going to use my action surge so I can
Ooh.
go again.
Roger that.
Yeah, oops.
Whoops.
It was the spin up.
And I rolled 3 higher.
Oh,
Failed.
please don't.
What are your roll total?
Total would be 12.
12, not quite. You do sort of hit the thing, but it just sort of floats away from your strike, so it just kind of like hits the fabric and just pushes it away a little bit.
It's like
I got
it's like
very
when you blow
excited.
up a balloon with your breath, and you kind of just tap it and it just. Doop.
Yeah, it doesn't like soar away. It remains close, but it will be Galen's turn now.
Okay. Galen will now bear him.
Roger that. So bite first and then claw.
Bear in mind.
He rolled a 2. Great.
Well, you still get the claw. Still struggling to bite this thing. Doesn't quite know
Oh,
what it tastes
it's
like.
+3, right?
Yes.
So 16.
16? Yes, it does. So
Excellent.
2d4 plus 2 damage once again.
He doesn't really trust biting it, so he's kind of like, eh.
He's like, it's
It's
Squidward
it's
trying a
floating
Krabby Patty.
eyeball, right?
It's a what?
Squidward
Floating
trying
eyeball?
Krabby Patties
No,
again.
no, it's a floating tentacle face person.
And then +4 for damage, right?
Plus 2, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, lame. Okay, it gives 5.
5 damage. Okay. 5 damage. Hey, a little at a time. Doesn't have to do anything. So, yeah, slashing, sort of pulling the fabric again, tearing everything. And it's sort of that garbly sort of tentacle as it floats there. Jumple, ew, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna go for the Eldritch Moon again.
Roger that.
Well, agonizing blast.
Yeah, which is
Hit. There's a 14 hit. Well, 14 plus 3, 17.
17 does, 14 would not have.
Hey, third time's a charm!
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
damage, Noble.
I don't remember. What is it? D6.
It's not. It's D10 plus charisma because you have agonizing blast.
7.
7 total
Total.
damage. Yes. So you whip back with your. What do you use?
My hands. I have a ring.
Oh, you have a ring, so you just, throw this ball of energy at the thing. This violet ray flashes past through your body. As Galen rakes it, it takes an arrow after 2, and you hit it sort of dead in the face, and it slaps the tentacles off to the side as it spins around once and just goes plummeting down to the darkness.
I want to loot the body.
I dive after it.
Does Ben have grappling arrows to hold on to the big monster?
It just pulls him over.
Yeah, can we go fishing?
I have rope.
Nah, it's gone already. It falls pretty quick, just
Yeah, no, it's
plummets
fine.
down into
Just
the
for,
darkness.
we just pause for comedic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.8 meters per second. You're not gonna get it.
9.81. We go to the 100th place here.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well.
And that's acceleration, not velocity.
Yeah, idiot.
Dumbass.
I don't understand the problem.
I don't know. I'm just going with Ben. All right. So yeah,
I'm
there's
an
no
engineer.
immediate threats here.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
open
do
zone,
a search.
which would be in which
Perception?
perception. Okay.
Perception, I guess. Yeah. See if there's anything of note other than the abyss. Great.
That sounds like there's not anything of note.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Roger that. Okay.
Actually, it'd be a 9.
Anyone else doing anything in the meantime?
No, Ben's on the other side, right?
Yeah, Ben's on the other side. Paul, Caden, and then Bear, Galen are in that order, and then you two are on
Can
the
Ben see like out the guy or no?
You can yell to Ben and see if he does.
Ben, look out the your side door.
I have a door?
Well, you're on the other side of the bridge. I assume there's another doorway.
Yeah, it's the sort of the
Ben,
mirrored.
look for the way out. Is what I mean. Yeah. Is there a way out, Ben? I'll
Fuckhead.
face Butthead.
Fuckhead.
Whatever. That guy.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the hallway.
Well, you wouldn't go down; you'd be going up. Actually, it's a steady incline up, and you can see pretty clearly that, like, even though it does curve up, you can actually see light coming down from way far off, like a good ways up. But yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking towards it.
Okay.
Bye.
And perception check.
The whole time.
Yeah.
All right. As you walk up, you notice that the air gets a bit warmer as you go up, like warmer, a little bit warmer, a little warmer.
More lava.
Sort of that humid, sticky warmth the further up you
Ew,
get.
come back, Ben. Come back, Ben.
The walls get sort of a bit of mossy, sort of grime on them.
It's the
further you go.
kitchen, and Dave welcomes you with open arms.
It gets brighter, more light. There's still no, like, sconces or anything, but you, being a human, sort of just wander your way through the darkness and get there, eventually. You walk in the hallway?
Yes.
Okay, so it takes you a few minutes, actually, like 20 minutes to get up to the top. But you do. We'll get there. What would everybody else be doing in the meantime while this 20 minutes occurs?
We're gonna wait for Ben.
Wait the full 20 minutes?
Is he
Wait, where did Ben actually go?
He's going up the one way.
Is it too far for me to yell back at them? Hey, you guys!
They'd hear it eventually. It would echo down, but
That would take even longer than 20 minutes.
but as waiting, it gets to like it's as he starts walking, Caden sort of gets everybody, ushers everyone to the far side of the bridge, so you're not standing over this abyss. Where's your friend going? Where's your friend going? If you didn't hear that.
Bear says, "Meh."
I don't know where Ben's going.
Well,
I
Towards
still
the
don't
light.
quite understand Robert, like,
My name is
character-wise.
It's
Where
on,
he's actually going. I don't get it.
it's only the one way up. So you're going to the surface to go that way.
He's going the way out.
Yes.
Oh, wait, so Ben's going the wrong way?
Are you? Oh no, you're not following him.
No, I really don't get it.
That's you. We came in the one way, and that's the other way. So it's
Okay.
it's an in-out sort of situation. He's going out the exit. That we came in the entrance.
Okay, he's leaving. Bye, Ben.
So
Should we follow him? Crackle?
you
Crackle man?
you should follow him. Yes.
Alright, fine.
But I'm afraid this is as far as I go.
Are you gonna disappear too now?
In a sense, I suppose, yes. But this will be the last you see of me. He hands his bow to you, Jumble, just because he's the one you're talking to. Maybe give this to
I
the
walk over and cut the string.
Maybe give this to the lad. He looks like he needs it.
Ben's bow in my inventory.
He one last nod as he backs his way towards the bridge.
Can I smooch him? Is there time?
Like physically or
Like a quick peck on the cheek. That's really.
Robert, I
awkward.
use mage hands and pat him on the back.
Sure. Well, Joe, but you gotta try to smooch him, but
That's okay. I don't care. Bye.
And then yeah, he turns around before he
Bye,
gets to the-
caveman.
and then he walks away.
I use mage hand and push him off the cliff. Just a little nudge.
Do what it is. Eh.
Alright. So yeah. Is everybody going up? Anybody? What's everyone doing?
And we're done here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, 20
Follow Ben.
20 minutes essentially passes, give or take the people catching up and all that. You get to the surface, everybody getting to the surface, everybody doing everything.
Yeah, let's call that 25 minutes.
We'll call it 23.
Meet me in the middle of 22, alright?
I'm going 23. So, yeah,
when we get to the top, I say, man, boy, am I tired. We should take a long rest.
I agree.
well, as you get to the top, let me just...
Fuck!
No, I'm giving... You don't know what's at the top, so you get to the top of this doorway.
There better be a fucking buffet.
As you
Jesus,
get
20
there,
minutes walking?
the doors are open as you get there, but then as you step out, everybody gets out. The doors just sort of shutter their way closed, and it's, the darkness is now once again stuck beneath. And you can actually see sort of almost right behind you, you see this huge cavern reaching down, where you sort of came from. You don't see anywhere where the tunnel's exposed besides, like, the top where you came out. But you do see the river that sort of cuts through on either side going down into what looks to be, like, a pit of darkness. And beyond that, it's just sheer cliff. It's not, like, fully straight going across. Like, it's jagged, but it does sort of go straight down almost in every place. It doesn't look fun. And then there's, the sharp rocks and all that fun stuff on the bottom.
That's behind us.
Yes, the sort of air is, again, damp, moist, that sort of hot stickiness. There's that sort of... We'll just call it a bad smell just to put it a baseline. But it's that sort of smell that, like, sticks in your nostrils as you get up.
That smelly smell.
That hot, like, not burning...
Smelly smell that smells...
Jonathan.
Smelly.
Anchovies.
And it's
Anchovies!
It's that just sort of up in, like, inside your nostrils, in the sinuses almost just sticking there.
Crabman approves.
As you look out to the what lies ahead of you, you see in the distance more trees, sparser than have been, and not getting any sort of thicker, as you can tell. And around you there are still black pits, some bubbling, some further off than you can tell what's going on. Little bits of steam bursting out and breaking into the air. Some have corpses and bones sticking out or laying on the sides. Occasionally you can see what look to be pools of water, some looking clearer or darker than others. And the dust, the ground beneath you is just sort of dry, cracked, sort of...
Oh, he's not.
In a weird way, dry and sort of wet at the same time. Sort of that top layer of just, like, almost... just sandstone in a sense, and then beneath that, like more... Like the dry spots at the beach where there's, like, wet sand underneath in a way, but it's more solid.
Wait, how many biomes are we in?
This would be the fourth technically.
No, I mean
type...
you like described like a lot of shit going on.
Well, it's trees beyond what you're in now, but you're sort of in like a tar pitsy kind of area.
How beyond?
Less confused.
Yeah.
From said information.
How beyond, Robert?
Like a third of a day travel. But yeah, so you're here on the exit that is now closed.
Let's sleep instead.
But yeah, that's a long rest. You know, you sleep for
What
a long.
time is it?
It's late in the day. It is late in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the sun's already sort of gone on the horizon. The whole
What's in
sky.
the immediate area around us?
The tar pits, like I said, there are pools of water where you can maybe refill. You might want to try something with it, maybe. But
Yeah. I'm gonna try doing that.
okay, so Jonathan's gonna work on like purifying water then.
Yeah.
Do you have a pot or anything with you, Jonathan?
I have an explorer's pack. What's in that?
My man's pots and pans.
I have a conch shell.
Well, I mean, I know my brother has a pot, but
I have alchemy tools, an iron pot.
yeah. So my brother has the pot.
I have a pot. Would you like my pot?
JP, can I borrow your pot?
Sure.
Who's JP?
Can I borrow your pot?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Okay.
I go fill it with some water, and then cast firebolt on the floor. And
If you know prestidigitation, you can kind of just like snap it up. You don't have to.
I also know. I know that.
So you could like start it before it even gets like done with the.
hey, you, and just snap
I
it.
will
in.
prestigitize a fire.
And then the fire person.
Master Prestigifier. After the water boils, I'm gonna blow on it a little bit to let it cool and then drink it.
Okay. You can get the pot will fill enough for more than just you.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You drink water very effectively. Also, for the people that do care, which would be probably everybody, you gain 557 experience.
557. Oh.
No, we should probably get some more
What a
water going
stupid
on.
number.
Does that level us up?
No.
I'm going to
So we're
lay
at
down until somebody
1971.
else does something.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, what does everybody else do? Jump, are you keeping the bow? Because I'm going to send you the stats.
Oh
then.
yeah, no, I'll give it to Ben.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Ben, caveman gave me this to give to you, and he also gave me this, which was kind of weird. And then I kissed Ben.
Wait, did he give you any arrows?
No.
That's fucking...
Oh yeah, that's right. Ben only brought 20 arrows.
I'm Ben.
If it was up to me, I'd
You
have a lot
fuckhead.
Oh, you just lost.
Ben, I sent
Alright.
it to you, I think. There we go.
more. Whoa.
Crabman wants water.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just doing water purification. I'll be right back.
Water that I drank, so Crabman can have some.
Yeah, I start sucking it out of you.
What? I'll be right back. Think about what you wish to do in the meantime before you go to bed.
Once per
What?
Eat a ration, I guess.
I don't think I have any of those. My guy's probably starving.
I don't think
Robert's like, you're in a barren wasteland.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
think
no
Robert.
water forever.
Yeah.
That river. That
I
will
don't think-
kill you.
I don't think Robert will remember.
Perception check. There's a cave. You fight some big fuck monster. You get out of the cave. Where are we? In a barren
the
wasteland.
tar pits.
I am back.
Hey, Robert, we're just talking about you.
What are you guys doing?
Are we
Talking
ever
about
gonna
you.
be in a not barren wasteland?
I mean, this is a different kind of wasteland.
Like where we can't where we can maybe hunt a deer that isn't gonna fuck us in the butt or something.
Yeah, where I don't have to fucking hunt Komodo dragons. That they can swim in the lava.
Can I burn my current bow?
Yes, but
Why don't you sell it when we actually meet some other people?
Crabman grabs the bow as he's doing this and puts it in his net.
Okay.
It is my bow now.
What do you want? What are you gonna give me for it?
I already have it.
No, that's not how it works. Crap.
I'll wrestle you for it. Crickle crackle.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Ben just pretending to have a conversation with the guy that doesn't
I'm
speak
just going
English.
crickle crackle.
I'm gonna start.
That's good.
I'm gonna
I grapple
steal one of
Ben.
the pouches off of his neck.
I grapple Ben.
Okay, do that.
Oh god, Ben, you're about to get
Yeah, you have to-
fucking crickle grappled.
Ben, you return with the acrobatics. So
Okay,
roll
acrobatics.
d20 plus 4. And if you have acrobatics, you add that.
10. That's with the +4.
So grapple's strength plus anything else. Like I have big
Athletics,
meaty claws.
athletics.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have. Wait, I forget what
Yeah.
the clause you have. Do you have advantage or something? I don't
I have-
know.
Big meaty claws is +4 to grapple.
Oh, then, yep.
Fuck.
So let's say, does a 20 work?
Paul can roll a d6 and still eat shit.
Yeah, just with like he wraps his claw like one claw around you.
Because
My
these
bad.
claws ain't just for attracting mates.
Okay. What does this mean for me?
You are mine now.
Then you hang him on your neck.
I take a little pouch of gold. Little pouches from his neck.
You're grappled.
He just snips your arm off.
Yeah, his arms are longer than yours, Ben, so he can hold you out where you can't reach anything.
Fine. I take a long rest.
In my grasp.
In his arm.
Then take the nap.
Yeah, I just scurry up the net and just go to sleep.
Okay.
Coughing.
I'm actually coughing, Jonathan. You look at.
Robert, we thought you were DMing. Sorry.
What's everyone else doing?
It's a dry,
I'm
arid
trying
desert.
to sleep while I see them like grappling.
Anyone else doing anything before you sleep and like get water? You know.
I'm gonna eat a ration, and I see Warlock stare at me with watery eyes, and I throw him a ration as well.
Oh, I get on my hands and knees and eat it off the floor because I'm bad at catching.
Yeah, it just spills everything out on the floor. You just
What about my watery eyes?
you're getting like the
I can't
You're
feed
just
him.
crying,
they're
you little
grappled.
bitch.
yeah. And then you get like that chalky sort of dusty dirt in your teeth. You know, as you get like too you bite too far down into the ground, Joel, and just
I let go of Ben once he stopped struggling.
yeah. He falls asleep in your grasp and you just drop him to the floor from your full height. Yeah.
No struggle, only dream.
Yeah. The second you fall asleep, Ben, Paul just drop you. And you just like you wake up in that sort of falling and then hit the ground.
Oh, it's not a fake falling, it's a real
Yeah.
falling. It's not like sleep falling.
Yeah.
So, is it like a +1 longbow, or is it just a regular longbow?
Well, Ben knows, but you know. Well, Ben
What do
will
I know?
after
Oh,
you know you spend time with it. So like Ben, you would want to spend an hour with this thing to know what it does. So we'll just fast forward, I guess, and say you did that. So like you know what it does now because I sent it to you, and that's what it is. If you want to share any information with the party, you can. But beyond
Okay.
that,
Oh, I would say in his bow, because I took it.
oh, and his no, it's a regular fucking bow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I gave it away, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, you gave it away. That's right.
You guys want to hear about sorrow now that we're back from our long rest? I'll take that as a no.
Yeah,
Alright,
Ben wakes up and is like, "Hey, you guys want to see my new bow?" And everyone's just like not even paying attention.
I walk over and cut the string.
Then I won't. Oh my fucking god.
Wait, I want to hear about the bow that I gave to Ben.
Okay, JP.
My name's Kevin.
Kevin. My bad. This bow's name is Sorrow, Token of Caden. Basically, he looks pretty badass. He's got thorns shit, as you can see. And once per dawn, I can declare a woeful shot, causing the target to take 3d6 psychic damage and make a DC 14.
What's a
wisdom saving
D6?
This is out of game, Jonathan.
throw.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
Idiot.
Make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw, or else become incapacitated for their next turn.
That's cool.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, it's morning. Everyone woke up. Well, okay, I say it's morning, but
hey JP, can I borrow your pot?
when you guys do wake up,
No, it's white pot.
anyone who paid attention, you see that sort of,
And it's dawn.
that crimson sky is coming from the same direction from the way the sunset was. So either it didn't change at all as you fell asleep, or the sun what do you call it, rises and sets in the sky.
Or the Earth is flat.
Perfect.
Is it actually sunrise, Robert, or did we sleep too long?
I mean, if you slept too long, you either slept to the exact 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. It's possible, Robert. We put a man on the moon.
But the sky
We were
is.
tired. We were fighting a lot of stuff. I had no spell slots.
But the sky is just this one color, just orange, red. That streaky sort of, sunset
I wanna
orange.
check my
One would
watch.
say.
So I now have my full thick shell after that long rest.
Ooh. Yeah, you wake up and Crabman's got an extra C on that thick.
We're at 6 Cs now.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it would be 3. If we're going quantitative.
All right.
And I now have.
But he only
no
started at
dexterity.
1. I am now less dexterous than I was when I fell asleep. It is morning, new day. Who wishes to do what? Anybody wish to,
I'm gonna eat a ration.
they're ready. Okay, so Jonathan's getting a nice balanced breakfast before they start.
I'm a dwarf. I mean, fat.
Wait, so I get my spell slots back?
Yes.
Cool. Can I
Crab
try
man
and make
stretching
arrows?
out.
Huh?
Can I try and make arrows?
And what?
My surroundings.
Your surroundings has nothing that could make arrows. Unless
Wait,
you
how
Robert,
want
far
can
away-
I go check
how
the
far
tar
away
pits for
is the forest?
dinosaurs?
Sure.
I go to
I
check.
follow him.
Okay.
Go to check the tar pit for dinosaurs.
Make some bone arrows.
I don't need to make a fucking bow, crab man.
So, yeah, Jonathan, you're gonna roll a perception check.
Oh fuck! I missed the box.
Or nature, should you wish to actually check, the actual...
16.
Are you just looking for things, or are you looking for...
Yes, I'm
specific-
just looking around the tar pits, seeing if there's anything in.
Yeah, so, you get around, and you do see a lot of... I wouldn't say scary, per se, but mean-looking. We'll go mean-looking things that are, half stuck in, or, almost fully submerged, where just their, spine, the ridge of their spine is showing. And they're all, decaying, worn away. Some, have actual maggots sort of sprouting out of them, but they're all looking pretty bad, pretty rough. But you still think, because they're rotting away in tar pits, and you're, a dwarf with your wits about you, you're actually, maybe you're a little bit dangerous than they would have been in life, because you're not stuck in a pit of black guck.
All right. Or any of them.
Ben, what I said to him, but not a dwarf, a person. Not a,
Cool.
not that he's not a person, but like a human.
Any of
Crab
them
man.
alive?
No, not at all.
Crab man comes over to check it out.
All right, well, it's gonna be rough if you want to actually eat any of the things.
Oh, okay.
But you can, if you reach far, if you do it smart enough, you could maybe reach out there and get it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
Well, D20 first of all, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Let me go cheat. See what makes more sense here. We'll go sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Deck save.
You don't even have hands.
How convenient.
Light of claw.
Does a 10 do anything?
A 10, you sort of
I
reaching
just
out,
break it in half.
trying to spear this thing on your trident. and you're getting a bit too close for comfort, where like either you're gonna fall in or you might lose this thing, so you just kind of give up on the search entirely.
All right. I'm disappointed.
Crickle crackle. Well, new day, everybody. What's everybody doing?
Waiting for everybody else to do something.
How far away is the forest?
About a third of a day's travel.
Let's get going.
Let's go back in that cave.
Cave
Try
is
and make
now
our way down to the bottom and loot that juicy body.
The cave is now like a crevasse.
Well,
Right.
you were told that it did. The cave was a necessity to get to this side because the river that used to, or that is still technically here, just sort of after so long ate away at the ground and wore it down to this huge cavern. And
It's like Grand Canyon.
yeah, so you sort of have that like tunnel where it's almost like the opposite of like those bridges that are closed off that go over like
Like a closed bridge.
yeah, that would go over like a pedestrian bridge that would go over like a highway or something, but underground, almost like a hamster tunnel, we'll say. And this side's now closed. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess Crabman and Bear. Well, I guess he's not a bear.
He's not a bear
huh?
anymore. He hasn't been a bear for a very long time.
Yeah. I guess we'll start walking towards the forest.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Everybody. Yeah.
Who's
So
playing Donny?
Oh, Donny died.
yeah, no, he's not here anymore. I don't know.
JP, what the fuck is that noise?
You'll never guess.
Do it again.
Hold on, I gotta pick it back up. Oh, you made me screw up my Hearthstone turn.
Yeah.
This.
Keys.
Nope.
No. Is it one of those metal puzzles?
No.
Good
Is
guess.
it silverware?
No, I was thinking like
Are you
measuring
going for that?
spoons.
No.
No.
All right. Well, before we spend the rest of the night on this, what is it?
Tell me when you guys give up, bunch of bitches.
Well, I already,
give up.
yeah.
But yeah, it's already going in the group chat.
Wait, which one?
One you're not in.
No.
Obviously.
Anyway, yeah. So everybody's following.
Yeah, I'm following
Well,
Treeman.
okay. When I do say a third of a
Former
day's
bear.
travel, it's because. Okay.
The fuck?
It's because.
Those are
I-
brass belt loops that I was spinning on each other.
Sure.
That's what happened.
Oh.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Yeah,
ever.
that's what I said. That I was like, you're never gonna get it.
Yeah.
Okay, idiot.
I still don't know what they are.
They're like belt loops. They go on leather belts.
So when I say
Oh,
yes,
I
those.
missed
So
the belt part. cut
yeah.
out.
So when I
Yeah, loops. Duh.
so when I say a third of a day's travel, it's because you have to move slower and move through this first of all because it is so precarious with these pits of tar and everything strewn about where you can't walk a straight line to the woods, the tree line per se. You have to
Oh.
meander your way
Can we
around.
like see is it like uphill, downhill?
It's pretty straight considering. Like
it's
there
all
are,
tar pity,
yeah.
like until it's a tree line.
yeah, there are little divots where the tar sort of sits in and stuff,
Mm.
but for the most part, it just like this porous flatlands of cracked, dirty, whatever, and the tar pits strewn about, and the pits of water that you can see around.
This guy's a big meanie.
Are we at the forest now?
I mean, is anybody doing anything while you're walking?
I guess I'll
Perception
roll.
check to see anything cool.
Sure.
Me
15.
and Galen will also.
All right.
Ooh, not 20.
Ooh,
Not 20
What's
for Galen.
perception? Perception is what?
it's wisdom.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was wisdom or intelligence. Alright, yeah, 15.
15. Okay.
Not 20 for Galen.
Yeah. So you're not gonna find, or you don't find any sort of bodies like of
That's what
people,
I was really- I was
adventurers.
honestly
Yeah,
really
no one's sticking out of this stuff. It doesn't seem like there were any real humans or anything like when I say humanoid, not even including, not including like humanoid beastly things. Like there wouldn't be any of those squid things that you just fought, or not just fought, but the night prior fought. There's mostly just like beasts and these horrid creatures in the and there are sort of insects also as well flying around every so often.
Is there like a giant mosquito
But not a
that'll
lot.
just like kill Galen if he turns into a bear?
Or a wasp.
Yeah, they're just more.
Wasp v mosquito.
Yeah. So even though you do get a 20, you successfully find the nothing that was there.
I'm
There's
gonna take a
definitely
piss
nothing
in
there.
Yeah, but you're very confident in that.
Yes.
All right, cool.
I mean, you
Good
know,
thing I used
maybe
the 20.
maybe you find sort of a few close spies you can grab some grubs on and a snack on your way there. You know,
Galen points them out to Crabman. Crabman rejoices.
and just he just sticks maggots and shit.
You're the Lion King scene.
Alright. Yeah, so fast forward, and then you do get to the tree line, and it's a swamp. It's a swamp. There's water strewn about everywhere, and this overall, the dirt is more sort of this thick muck, this rotten, putrid rot than it is dirt.
That's
And
not very nice. It's just
The
I
dumb.
just got
trees.
double kill commanded in arena.
Cool. The trees are these long, you know, they have some thickness to them, but they are mostly just, you know, sparse leaves dangling down.
Can I
But-
stab one of the trees and see what kind of sap it has?
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that?
I mean, no.
You should pull his force.
What are the Can I tell what the properties of the sap is?
Yeah.
Sticky.
What do I know?
Definitely sticky.
Well, it's not like the sap that you've experienced with, which would be the fire
That's what I
retardant
mean.
sap.
Is this a water breathing sap?
No.
If I like put it on my throat, I'll
Sort of-
turn into like Harry Potter.
It takes
from
you a couple
Goblet
good
of Fire.
stabs to actually get down like into the tree where you get past the bark and past the thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem it's more not really any sap in the tree. It's just sort of a wet tree. You know, it's not like there's actual like a
So
viscous
it
fluid.
might just be water.
Yeah. But as that happens, you stab that, and people are sort of looking around like, "Hey, we're at the tree line." You feel a hand reach up around the back of your neck and a knife get pressed to your throat, and you
I sneeze and kill myself.
you can't choose to sneeze. You pretend
I
to
choose
sneeze.
to snort dirt.
Tell me who you are.
Tell me who
hear,
you are. I say that.
and it sort of spins you around so that you're facing the group before anyone turns around. But the people do sort of hear a bit of a splash as something drops down from above, and this you see this thing.
It's raining?
No,
Oh.
there's now
Raining
I
giant
tell him my name is Kevin.
Kevin. Who are the rest of you?
That's
Kevin's
Crabman.
friend.
And that's I don't remember Donny's name. That's Donny.
It is Donny. It's just Donny.
That's Donny. And I'm just like nonchalantly like there was never a knife to my throat naming everybody.
He sort of looks at the group and throws you back away and takes the knife and sort of
and
sticks
then
it.
I go, all right, bye.
And he sticks it sort of in. He has. You can see. Okay, now that we're going for the descriptor, this person, they're wearing sort of cloaky kind of garb, very long, tall boots that are just caked in mud and muck and wet.
Wait, they're long and tall, like really pointy long.
Like, I mean, kind of pointy, but not really pointy on the
But you
bottom.
said long and tall.
But yeah, so like reaching high up the leg, but they're caked in dirt and mud. The bottom of his cloak is sort of almost tattered a bit, and wearing a lot of the muck and like it's moist and whatever. And they're not violet, but maroon cloak. He's not wearing.
Navy red.
It's not a like a tunic. It's not a man dress. It's sort of the top cloak reaching down almost like a long coat, and then like underneath a separate layer of clothing of just dark fabric of a similar tone, if not the same. And you can see from his face, very pale, almost sickly skin, and you kind of see close veins and like the blood vessels beneath his skin. His eyes, oddly enough, are yellow and have that sort of reptilian slit look to them. And as he talks, you can tell that he's a mouth breather just from this distance alone. And his hair is very dark, black, and roughly braided against his scalp. and he's got a very pointy, sharp features, pointed nose, rough teeth that you can see, almost like fangs, but more or less just kind of eating away 2 points, over whatever he's been eating or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks rough. He's that weird mixture of like tall and skinny, where he looks just gangly.
It's slim, thick.
No, not thick. Like the opposite of thick. Like thick with -2 C's.
So thin.
Yes, Jonathan. If you were paying attention, you'd understand that when I said it. And he looks at the group, but he puts the daggers away on. He has what looks to be 4 sheaths on his hip, 2 on either side. Very obviously worn. Of not too ornate, but decent make. Not just run of the mill like dime a dozen that a blacksmith's gonna teach his apprentice to make. Just stuck to his side. So this is all of you.
Yeah.
Well, Galen's making some toast, but yes.
All right. I was worried you might be one of them.
We are, and then I lunge at him.
Roll to cast fireball.
He sort of steps away, and you kind of stumble in the mud a little bit, but you don't go falling or anything. He just
Yeah, it's cool. All right. One of who? Follow-up question.
Wait, who? One of who?
one of those squidbillies from underneath.
There's no water around here. I doubt there are any squid.
Jonathan, you really don't pay attention.
At all. Fucking Christ.
No, we're in a swamp.
I knew you were...
I just remembered that as you said that.
I knew you were one of the real ones when I heard you talk outside of my own head.
Alright, see ya. Alright.
What are you doing over here?
I'm here to guide you through the swamp.
What's your name?
I'm Akile.
Akile.
Can you write that down?
I'll type it.
It's Akile.
Is it Makili?
Ex Machina?
Akile.
Akili.
Swahili?
A child.
Yeah, so he doesn't like by any definition. He
He's a
doesn't.
pirate, alright.
No, he doesn't look all that healthy, but he's not.
I give him a ration.
Like, the best thing about him is he's got pretty good posture, but beyond that, he's got that sickly skin, those weird yellow eyes. He's got very...
Just a mess.
Yeah, like, his fingernails are very... Like, the skin around his fingers is very tight against his fingernails. And he just looks... not even old, per se, but just sort of almost, like, worn out a while. Like, he's just been... Almost like he hasn't slept ever.
He's seen some shit.
Not even that, but like he doesn't even have that many wrinkles, but he just looks like all of his skin is very tight against his body. With it also being, that weird sickly gray, white, pale, and the hair.
Weather
being...
one.
Yeah. But he's sort of looking at the group. His breathing is very obvious, and he again, he's a mouth breather, so you see his teeth just constantly as he...
That killed me?
Whenever you're ready, we can go.
I give him a ration. Say thank you.
I don't need
For the
that,
help.
thank you. I carry my own. You do see that he has sort of like a saddlebag pouch on him. You're a rough-looking bunch, but you made it this far. I can commend you on that.
How far do you know we went?
You wear the rest about you. That soot from the firelands and that stink from below.
It did smell down there.
Not really. Compared to
Does
this,
it get?
this is
does it
definitely
get
worse,
better?
Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
From
Does it get better after this?
I much prefer this to what lies beyond.
Ask him if he knows what a deer is.
His eyes sort of, dilate for a second, and he looks at you, and then just keeps looking around at everybody else. He doesn't answer the question, but he doesn't want to look, he kind of pretends that he does, but he doesn't really answer your question either.
All right, let's get going.
Anyone else
Yeah.
want to do
Stare
anything?
at him.
He starts walking.
I follow.
Aren't we following this guy?
Are you? So do you guys.
I
So we
follow.
have to?
Well, Jonathan's
Man
following.
follows.
Yeah, we'll follow him, I guess.
Stay close and
Roll perception.
follow my footsteps as close as you can. As Jonathan rolls perception.
9.
Yeah, so there's a good amount of trees. I mean, less than the forest that you were in the second time around. But definitely, you know, there's around, and you're sort of almost weaving your way from the thicker ground that sprouts up from the trees around the water. And every step you take is that sort of almost half suction just out of the mud and the muck, and it sort of catches on your boots and your chitinous hide, or chitinous, sorry, hide, as you travel. And he is taking very deliberate steps, and he every so often he'll sort of stop, and you kind of see him look around a little bit, sort of readjust his heading, and then keep walking again.
So he's Smeagol before he went into the cave,
Sure.
Oh.
leading us through the dead marshes.
I mean, I'm not all that familiar with Tolkien, but sure.
Yes.
So you guys are walking, following.
Right.
Well,
Jonathan's perceiving.
So what are you doing here?
Like I said,
Like,
I'm here.
besides helping us through this forest?
I'm not sure I understand your question, little one. And he keeps walking.
I just get quiet and go to the back of the group. Do you live here?
From the back of the group, like I live where I
Anyone
need
else?
to be. All right.
Anyone?
Eventually,
Galen asks if there's any kind other life here that we need to look out for.
I mean, as you're walking, you sort of notice there is some animal life around here in the swamp. You know, tiny little fish, sometimes just stuck out of the mud, sort of in the water. Weird insects, grubs, and things. Galen will take note of this eventually, but there are some large animals that he can potentially turn into around. But it's weird because when you sort of see, you know, snakes or things that like some flying, some not, reaching around on the trees, swerving their way through the muck and the mud. Akile sort of like hisses in a sense at them, like, you know, you see his eyes go wide and his brow cuts tight against his face, and they just sort of either, you know, stop being as alert as they were, turn away, or sort of leave, and you know, let you pass without any sort of issue. Beyond that, yeah, that's just sort of, so, you know.
Good.
So Galen will get that eventually, but right now, you know. Anyone else do anything? Asking anything? Seeing anything?
No, I got salted.
I mean, it's an observation. You are a little person.
You don't have to point it out. I already know.
What, Ben?
What he thinks of my bow.
Ben explained Sara to him. Hey, do you want to hear about my bow?
I mean,
Ben, why do you sound like you're at the bottom of a trash can?
I don't really see any
I
need.
unplugged my headphones for 1 second.
Okay. I don't see any real need for such instruments.
Well, it's not an instrument; it's a weapon.
You mumble from the back of the group where you're just sulking, stuck in the mud.
Dick.
What do you mean you don't see any use for this?
He sort of ignores your statement and just keeps walking.
Okay, I'm gonna get his attention. Yo, what instruments would you recommend?
So now everyone stops moving because he stops moving, then turns around. And then he gives you sort of a half smirk, alluding to the daggers on his belt. But then you see reach almost nervously to his left arm, like his left wrist, and rubs at the skin. And
Ew.
like you see that he kind of tries to go for a wink, but he's got sort of weird, like those weird clear eyelids. So you see like a film go over one of his eyes and go back. Yeah, like a reptile, you know. And then he turns back and just keeps, you hear the back as he keeps walking forward. And it's not too long after this, unless anyone else would want to do anything in the meantime. No? Okay.
I go over and look his eyes so he doesn't have to keep doing it.
He's still walking. It starts up again. But yeah, so you get to kind of a clearing. It's more just a larger area of ground without the water around it. So much as everywhere else. And he stops and just, rubbing at his hair, looking around. Not really stamping his foot, because that would just kind of get him stuck, but in a sense, kind of you see him, like, moving his weight around, shifting on his feet. Rat a fuck. And hose. The problem isn't where we must go. It's which way we must take. And you can sort of see that in a sense that you've been following a sort of makeshift path, there's almost this makeshift path now splitting into two different directions, going further off left and right. Betwixt the trees.
Which way do you want us to go?
At this point, I don't know. Could be.
Are the trees getting thicker, or is it just?
Nah, just more travel. I mean, it's getting, the further you move, like behind you gets more obscured because like you're just there's more layers of trees, but beyond that, no, it's not really getting thicker. But there are like larger patches of water going around, so I guess technically they'd be getting thinner, but the trees are still, large, if not larger than they have been.
Still trees, got it.
Yeah, so it's still sort of obscuring where you're going, but it is getting a bit harder to travel. I'll leave it up to the party then.
What are the options?
I say left.
Left or right?
There's only two. Can we perceive? Can I perceive right?
Sure.
Please be a 7. I got a
Is
1.
there like an intuit direction?
Got a 1.
Yeah.
Just turn. And like you kind of like get a little too enthusiastic, and you jump forward like a happy kid stepping into a puddle, and it just goes right in your eyes. But you don't want to say anything, just sort of like hands on hips, just staring out. But you can't see anything as the mud just sort of wipes down your face.
All right.
All right. Well, Jonathan said left already. So.
Alrighty, left it is.
By right. I'll miss you.
All right. Well, I mean, you're just going with left. Just one person voting. No one else says anything.
I tried mine.
Crickle. Galen's also. He's just like,
He just roars.
He's not a bear,
Well,
but he's not a bear, but he roars anyway.
Yeah.
He's wondering what it would be like to be a snake without actually transforming into one.
Yeah.
He's just thinking about it.
We saw a snake.
Yeah, so he would have more, but we'll do it when he's actually here, as opposed to having to do it twice,
Did you say like flying snakes? Did I hear that right?
One or two. Maybe if you pay attention, if you're fast enough on the eyes.
Well, Galen did roll the nat 20 perception.
Yeah. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, I'm just saying, like, the group,
Can he also turn into one of those big mountable things back in the lava area?
I believe not. I think they're like monstrous beasts. They're
Oh, okay.
yeah. I can double check, but I'm fairly certain that they don't actually do that. But well, yeah, I'll double check now while you guys figure out what the fuck you're doing.
Can he turn into other demi people?
Anything with the beast tag, and then eventually, like late game, you could maybe turn into really big shit. But beyond that, no.
So he can't turn into other like demi-humans.
No, it's only shit with the beast tag.
Okay.
Unless he gets like the late game ability to turn into just like big shit with like it's like got a challenge rating thing, so it's kind of out of game, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But Druid's always been like that, where you're like, I gotta give him shit to use that's technically my assets, Yeah. So left or right, boys? Left or right?
I might as well go left.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no now, but I can double check later. But from my quick skimming of my work, it looks to be a no.
Okay.
So yeah, Akile takes the lead again, moving left. And as you're traveling, you sort of what would otherwise be sort of taken up by sort of occasional bubbling of ground beneath you, just releasing air from the dirt below, and the buzzing and hissing of distant insects, or sometimes even closer insects, the occasional snake and or other wildlife that does not need to be determined at this point in time for such druid characters. You do hear sort of somewhat further distance, like weird sounds, different sounds, we'll say, like in the sense of strange, almost popping noises, kind of like the air being released beneath it, but like louder and like more resonant, more tumbling and rumbling and just different kinds of sounds. And Akila at a certain point, almost like the latest out of everybody, does stop the group and just goes, and like shushes for a lot longer than probably should.
Galen goes, what?
And he like turns around and he like goes to slap him, but like just sort of swings his arm wide because he's further back than like actually like he can reach.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
You need to be quiet. Might not be safe from here. There are peoples that live in this woods, this swamp land. It's not my own. I merely walk these waters as a guest. But the mushrooms live here too.
Are they tasty?
They're angry, unless they're not.
What the fuck does that mean?
Same.
Just like regular mushrooms that aren't angry. There are multiple kinds.
But
Some
are
of
they
them
tasty?
are good. Some of them
Multiple kinds of fuck you,
are
bitch.
less good.
Good, like, taste good? Or, like,
I do not eat which wishes to eat me.
whoa.
It stops.
Oh, so they move then.
Yes, sentient.
They're like
sentient
weeping
mushrooms.
angel mushrooms.
Why do you even know what they are?
What a mushroom is? What...
No, never mind. Creatures that should not exist. Plants should be plants, and creatures should be creatures. That's the way it should be.
You're the mushroom guy, right?
Sounds like something to eat. Oh.
He just starts mumbling to himself for a bit, going on about
This
mushrooms.
guy's a load of barnacles.
Just almost ranting about mushrooms and things. And you have a good.
We're the worst group to be tour guided.
So if anyone wants to do anything while he is rambling, or just stop him or anything, he's just gonna be.
I want to look for some mushrooms.
Okay. So you're gonna scout ahead? Are you just walking?
I'll scout ahead.
I'm more like scanning my surroundings for little mushrooms.
Alright, well you know what that's gonna be.
What?
Perception check, you fucking moron.
I didn't know what the fuck you just said. I just didn't understand you. Christ.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Christ.
I rolled, wait a second.
Christ. Crikey.
Crikey.
19.
19. There are mushrooms and certain foliage scattered about now that you've been this far in. More than just the trees and sort of moss and all that. But none of it's looking angry, like you said, or aggressive, like you said, or that it wants to eat you in any sense. But they are getting a bit denser now that you've gotten here, that you notice now that you've been paying attention. There is a bit more hanging from the trees.
Now that you've been paying attention, you're fucking
Different kinds of mushrooms, kinds that you haven't seen before anywhere. You being a ranger, of course, that sort of matters a bit more because you are, you're familiar with the forest, and none of this isn't really, almost none of it is recognizable to you. You recognize that they are mushrooms, but you can't really tell anything in particular, especially not whether or not they're poisonous or not. You can't tell that, especially. So meanwhile, you're taking this look, and he's still going. Mushrooms. Dirty little things grow in the ground, and then they just decide
How
one
big
day.
are they?
Huh?
Oh wait, no, fungus just decays things. These might be friendly mushrooms. By friendly, I mean just a mushroom.
No. There's mushroom people. There's mushroom people. But there's some that aren't as bad, and then there are other ones.
People. I want to go to the mushroom grocery store.
I whisper to Paul, I think this guy's full of shit.
Crickle crackle.
Every time like you talk, I just picture Larry the Lobster. Crickle crackle.
I picture Mr. Krabs.
It's just Larry's just bigger.
Yeah.
Fits the build better.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Um,
Now he's done sort of ranting. He's sort of stopped himself and he's looking around the group. And he's sort of giving everyone the same like confused look, almost that he's you're giving him. But no one's talking. No one's saying anything.
tell me more about these mushrooms.
Well, there are primarily two different kinds. There's good ones which are well, I say good, but not necessarily that good. They're smaller. They're like almost like knee height, but my knee height, not your knee height, because your knee height is no, my knee height.
Like this one, I just pointed a random mushroom.
No, fuck. He like smacks it and it breaks off the stem.
What about this one? I just keep pointing out.
So now you and him are just sort of going like beating down mushrooms as he does.
Back and forth.
And sort of as this is going on, you're sort of making this commotion. Ben, since you're like the closest forward, you are scanning the area. You can see that now there's movement ahead of you, and now you're paying attention. Now that there's shit going on behind you, but you kind of like catch in your head and sort of in your ears that the sounds that he caught and that everybody caught changing that caused this pause in your travel have also kind of stopped, and potentially starting up again, but sort of coming towards you, I suppose.
I ready my bow and tell my friends, yo, pay fucking attention.
Galen says, why do you have to be so rude all the time?
Because you guys are being assholes and we're about to die.
How do you know?
I can see
Hear a
moving.
noise.
I can see movement.
Yeah, what's moving?
I don't know, but it's coming towards us.
How do you know? How do you not know what's moving?
Shoot it, whatever it is.
I'm not gonna shoot it until I know I should.
Take the shot.
Fuck you. I'm not losing an arrow because
I'll buy you 2 more.
Why? How many
if you take
arrows
this one
do you
shot.
Really? Wait, really?
I'll buy you 2 more if
Are you
you take
serious?
this one shot.
How are you
Yes.
gonna get me 2 arrows?
Next time I can buy you arrows. I'll buy you 2 arrows.
Are you pinky promise?
Double pinky promise.
I'm gonna
And a
shoot
kiss
an
on the
arrow.
lips.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at what's in front of me.
Hold on, because like as you guys are doing this, you watch your friend Akila, we'll call him a friend.
Just
Anyone,
get eaten by a mushroom.
yeah, anyone who's who's not paying attention to them, who's paying attention to this guy, he sort of turns around as you say, Ben, that there's something coming. He reaches his left arm out as he did before, but you see his sleeve sort of go up, and he has almost like a rough tattoo on his arm, not like like a nautical where it's all colorful and everything. It looks just like almost like black, like dark green maybe, if you like in some light, wrapping around his just below his wrist up to partially on his hand, and it's a snake. It's a rough, almost like a cave drawing tattoo of a snake that.
Is it Death Eater?
No,
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's not like it wraps around. It's not wrapping around his symbol. It's literally wrapping around his arm, and it sort of comes to life in a sense, reaches around to his palm, and surfaces from the skin into a thin sort of living snake that then sort of solidifies into what looks like a wand, and he just blasts energy out into the forest.
Whoa. What was that for, dude?
Galen goes, are we fighting now?
Well, you can roll initiative. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. But you don't know if he actually hit anything. You just watch him like sidearm whip this thing into the forest.
I got it. I can do it. Okay.
Me and Galen both rolled 8s.
Cool.
Crazy 8.
I'm currently.
Galen would probably go before me because I have no initiative.
Yep.
Crap, man.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, wait, I remember what it's doing. Haha. Alright. Took me a bit, but I found my shit that I was looking for. Okay. Anyone get above 20?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's Mr.
21.
Dexterity over there fucking whipping his dick around.
Wait, what?
Nah. Okay. I'm just...
I rolled 3 die. I got above.
I'm just, writing this. Okay, so you got, Ben, you got really high then. I mean, 20 to 15?
Wait. It's plus dex, you said?
Yeah. Which you
I
might...
have 15.
15. Trouble? Or, no, Trouble, sorry. 15 to 10.
5.
15 to 10? Okay. Paul and Galen, you both got, what was it? 7, 8, something like that?
8.
8.
Yeah. I rolled 8, and then whatever Galen's modifier is.
And then, Trouble, you want to do Donny again?
1.
Christ. Alright, I think I did this correctly. If not, we'll see. Okay. So it is Ben, your turn first. So yeah, you still can't really see what's coming towards you, but you definitely now hear what sounds kind of like what would be the cadence and the pace of conversation, but made up of these weird rumbly noises and these pops and in my head it's the sound of someone like rubbing a dowel over a pumpkin, but that's just me. Imagine weird sort of hollow popping rumbling noises mixed in. I can't do the sounds because I don't have this.
Oh, when you rub a dowel over a watermelon, you should have said that.
Yeah. Not because pumpkins are hollow, Jonathan, idiot.
What kind of dowel are we talking about here?
I'm picturing
hollow pumpkin.
like a bat, like more of a cone, but like still flat on either side.
What are we talking? Like, what's the dowel made of?
Wood.
Okay.
All right, everybody understand the dowel now?
Yeah.
Now, is it a white pumpkin or an orange pumpkin?
It's irrelevant. I judge pumpkins not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Well, the white pumpkins are usually smaller. So they'd probably have a more compact sound.
And the orange one's a president of the United States. Alright, yeah, Ben, your turn.
So can I see something moving towards me?
You see movement, but you don't see any individual things or anything really.
Okay. I'm gonna wait. How long does ensnaring strike last?
An hour, I think. It's concentration too, or whatever. So you just cast it and save it.
Much
Okay,
longer
yeah,
than a
that's what I'm
fight.
gonna do. I'm gonna cast ensnaring strike now.
Roger that. And then what will be your trigger for your action?
What?
Like your action. You're doing this right, where you can't use your bonus action later than your actual turn. So you cast it now, boom, done. You can move now, done, right? But you have to save your action for something, right? You say, I'm going to attack.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're attacking.
When blank.
We're just
Yeah, exactly.
preparing.
When I see a definitive target.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I step behind Ben.
All right.
So a human child steps out.
But are you moving, Ben? Yeah, Ben, are you moving or no?
A child comes running out of the forest screaming.
Save me.
You're like 7
No.
feet like ahead of everybody.
Oh
You
yeah.
saved her from life.
You are at the front right now.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of move back with my group a little bit,
Okay.
like 3 feet back.
Well, that'll put you like on par with Aquila.
Perfect.
Okay. Jonathan, your turn.
I go stand next to Ben and queue up a fireball with the same trigger.
Fireball, firebolt.
Bolt.
You don't have fireball, so firebolt. Okay.
So then firebolt.
Okay. Aquila now takes his turn. He steps further ahead. You see him squint his eyes. He sort of looks for the things in the forest this time around, as opposed to just blindly firing. All right, and then you two are close enough where you just sort of hear him mumbling, you know, like, "Oh, fucking things just blend in with the forest." As he, you know, you see the wand light up again, and he launches into the ball of energy. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Very effectively.
He kills it in one hit.
The whole, yeah. Hold on, I have to actually look up what the spell does. Excuse me. In the meantime, let me just queue up. It will be Galen's turn next, so Paul, think about what you're doing.
Bear form.
I'd go wasp form.
Also, keep in mind, you're still in difficult terrain, so your speed is all halved across the board.
Wait, are we not in a forest?
No, you're in a swamp.
Oh, it's a swamp.
Yeah,
Right.
which is,
I mean, what kind of attacks does the wasp get?
poison. It's very little damage, but it does poison.
Would poison be good against mushroom people?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think poison's very good.
Let's
Ben's
put a
usually a good
Pokemon.
judge.
I
What's
know
some-
nature.
Moongus weakness. Go. Psychic,
Fire.
flying, ice, and fire. Poison is not good.
Because it is poison.
Yeah, you know, dragon's effective against dragon. You never know.
Alright,
I could have been playing Pokemon for the past 4 hours.
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't.
I was playing Hearts. I started an arena run and managed to get 7 wins.
Nice. I'm playing on Switch.
Sorry, I have to
Swamp.
double check.
Nutty 3 Blizzard Mage deck. Classic.
Okay.
Whose turn is it? We still
Uh,
don't see these things, right? I'm not like that lost.
I mean, Caden apparently does. Like, he seems
Well, you know,
pretty.
He just knows what they are.
Yeah, like he knows
Caden's
who's.
dead.
He's not dead.
Oh yeah, Achilles, Robert. Robert Ben was right.
What?
You called him Caden.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You did say Kaden.
Ah, well, you know, I do have a lot to
Caden,
fucking
you're
take
back.
care of. Okay.
Caden, thanks for the
Well, it's
bug.
not Achilles'
Yeah,
turn
oh,
anymore.
Caden, you're here. I can just imagine that in Harmon Quest.
There you are.
Caden knows what they are, and Caden's just standing there.
Alright, yeah, Galen's turn. Paul.
Alright, bear form.
Okay. Let me check bear movement speed.
4 million.
Oh god.
Have this 2 million.
Jeez, this is far back. Hold on. I accidentally closed on my group mates. Speed 40. So he's 20.
Oh, have this 2 million.
So what's he doing?
He's gonna go up next to Achilles or whatever the hell his name is. Achilles.
A child.
Singular.
A chili. A chili pepper.
And that's it?
He will prepare for a maul whenever
Melee
something
range.
gets
Okay.
close.
I'll do that. Next turn would be Paul.
Yay! I'm gonna attempt to spot something.
Roger that.
perception, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, good. My eyes fall out.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will ready my spear, my trident.
Yeah, like you just like step forward and like you're too tall, so you're just like hitting the low hanging leaves, just like your stalks bumping into it. But you walk forward, spear ready for whatever happens.
He stands
touches
up
me,
fully,
I'm
his
gonna
head is
stab
in
it.
the leaves, and he just has his spear pointed forward.
Yeah.
Something touches me, I'm gonna stab it.
That's
Okay,
not
okay.
behind. Paul.
Okay,
Alright.
right.
What's happening?
I'm reading stuff today. Okay. So, everyone watching now, who can watch, that's not Paul, sees now that the tree line ahead of you, well, I say tree line, but it's, you know, the grouping of trees ahead of you sort of parts a little bit, and you do now see that what was, like, motion hidden by the plants is now actually the plants in motion, and you see these fungal, gangly, tall creatures sort of step out, humanoid-ish, you know, and kind of has eyes greenish, reddish, brownish, just a mixture of colors and shapes, but still, you know, somewhat humanoid, arms, legs, roughly the same height as everybody but Jonathan. And sort of one that's like the size of Crabman, like one larger, beefier boy in the middle.
I yell vegans.
You don't. As you open your mouth, it looks at you, and then walks closer because it's got to get
And then
closer.
takes a fireball to the chest.
Well, yeah, there's 5 of them, so everyone readying ranged attacks does that. At you know, their choice, which probably Ben and Jonathan would both be this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He looks like the leader.
Of the mushroom people.
The lollipop killer. I will roll my d20. I got a 6.
You have failed.
But does it fly past and light the forest on fire, killing everybody in his family?
It's too moist for that.
Does the 6 hit, Robert?
No, it does not.
He didn't say anything. You never know.
I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest, and I was hoping that you weren't asking me something.
These are mushroom people. You know, they're attached to the ground, slow moving. You know.
Well, I mean, they're not attached to them. They're clearly walking.
Dumbass.
Ben, it's, you're attacking.
Me?
Yeah, you're ranged attack. When we say ranged, you're like the guy.
Your trigger was set.
Yeah, when you saw something to shoot. So you saw
Okay.
several things to shoot.
7 plus 6 is 13.
That hits.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a big thing, so you just watch as your arrow sort of
Oh, wait.
flies up.
Can I call?
Not.
It's too late.
Nope.
It's too late.
Yep.
It's too late. My bad.
Because you were
Alright,
waiting,
roll.
and you didn't say you were doing it before, because you're just shooting a
Roll for
regular.
damage.
And you
Yeah,
have
I
you
forgot.
can't stack that, Ben, with spells. I did not say that, but that's also a thing you can't do.
What do you mean? Like it can't be an ensnaring strike and a woeful shot?
You can't do that in the same turn. Like saying it
Okay.
counts as your bonus action, so you would have to do that.
Oh,
And yeah.
right. Okay.
So
yeah.
you do ensnaring strike on the big boy because the arrow just flies out, and just sort of sticks in it. It doesn't really react at all, but you just sort of see like puff of almost like that fungal like spore like air just puff out as you roll your damage. And what is ensnaring strike? Is that like rooted or like what is
Yeah. Hold on.
Ah!
snared?
Rooted.
Snared, I should say.
Because they're fungus.
Ensnaring strike. Fuck's sake. Okay. The next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack, the target must succeed on a strength save or be restrained until the spell ends.
Restrained.
A large or larger creature has advantage on this saving throw.
It has advantage on this saving throw.
Fuck.
Good thing, because it rolled a 1 on one of them.
While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
What's your save? It'll be on your spellcasting sheet.
It's a wisdom.
No, but like it'll be 8 plus 2 plus wisdom modifier is what the number is, but it'll say it next to the wisdom if it's written down.
Wait, 8? What did you say?
The number is made by adding 8, 2, and your wisdom modifier.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 11.
11. It definitely passes that. This big thing just keeps walking. Like, the roots try to grab around it, and it just sort of, like, follows the fucking shape of its body, because it's made up of plant life and fungus and everything, and just keeps stepping towards you. It does take the damage, though, from the initial shot.
Okay,
And
so
does Ensnaring Strike do any more damage? It does, so it's D6. Oh, wait, no.
if it is ensnared.
Okay, so it's not. Yeah, so it does nothing.
Wait, why isn't it ensnared?
It passed the save.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this happens to be a big boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 7 for damage.
7. Okay, roger that. So it takes 7 damage. From 1,000,000.
Almost there.
Keep hitting it.
I almost put down, like, that it had 7 health left. That would have been very raw. Immediately do, like, 1,000,000 damage, yeah. And that's everybody with the ranged attack triggers?
I believe so.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I
Unless-
shout,
unless,
don't come any closer or I'll kill you.
Unless Kevin has one of his.
No, I wasn't queued up.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so they now advance further. And they're just sort of, like, trying to surround you in a way. On the front line. And there's 5 of them, so people with the melee now would go.
Oh, good.
So the big boys in the...
Go trim the bushes, Paul.
The
Come on.
big boys in the middle. So, like, Paul, you can reach, like, 2 on the left and big boy, and then Galen can only reach the 2 on the left. You know, that kind of thing.
Alright, let's start with Galen then.
Yeah. So, boy number 1.
Nope. And there we go. So his claws
Well, what'd you roll on the bite?
on the bite, I rolled a 7.
That did not. Just double checking, you know. You never know.
Yeah.
They are just piles of, like, moss and fungus. And then the claws do hit, so, yeah. 2d4 plus 2 damage.
Ooh, 10.
10. Max damage.
Yeah.
Max 1,000,000 damage. Hold on. Math done. Okay. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. And then, Paul, your actual turn.
I guess I'll go for big boy.
Roger that.
Damn it. Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Good. Okay.
If you'll excuse me, though, I need to change my shirt. I totally didn't spill water all over myself.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just water.
Yeah, it's not like it's on my laptop or anything, huh?
Again.
Again.
Should I keep rolling for damage until I roll the most?
I am back and slightly drier.
Good. Alright, I will roll for damage now.
Roger that.
What's my added? I think it's +4. Yes, so 10.
10 damage on Big Boy himself. Yeah, so you notice too that there's not that satisfying sort of like hard matter. It's just like it's soft, almost like stabbing, you know, semi-wet dirt as you hit this thing. But then more spores just sort of puff out from this thing, and the eyes that you know kind of are on its form just sort of look at you, but they don't look angry. There's not like any real like expression to them. Yeah, they're just sort of these neutral things. but they are gonna start smacking. So if you're done, then
Yep.
yeah. All right. So first one, Ben. I
Yeah.
don't quite know what it's doing. I have to find the page I was on because I have a lot of tabs open. There we go. Okay. Ben, 2 are hitting you. Maybe. You have to succeed on a Constitution save, Ben. Roll Constitution save.
18.
Okay, you pass. One of them looks at you and just sort of, not even breathes because it doesn't really have a mouth or a nose or anything, but you just, like, a wave of spores just get released from this creature, and they float towards you, and you just sort of wipe them away, like, yeah, the cough, clear your throat, and just, you know, like, mean mug it for a second. But then another one looks at you, and punches you.
Okay.
Does 18 hit?
Who wins ties on those, by the way?
The attacker does.
Oh.
Meet or beat is how it works.
What? Okay, I rolled a 9.
A 9? No, your armor is your armor, dude.
Your armor class AC.
Wait, okay.
Is your AC a million?
mine's 15.
Yeah, no, it's probably
What do you mean a million?
Because I rolled an 18. I know you have level 1 armor basically. So you have leather armor, which is 11. I know off the top of my head, plus your dexterity, which is plus 4. So I actually could tell you without even asking you that your armor has to be 15, unless you're naked,
then why
which
did
would be
you
less. Because I don't immediately go for assuming everything, even though I do know it eventually. I don't know it offhand, but now I do for this. By the way, you take 3 poison damage.
Bitch.
As it just beats you with a rough, not even fist, because they don't have like fingers. It just kind of smacks you with a rough arm appendage.
Now you get hit by a penis.
Oh, Willie.
Big boy is going for Aquile.
Don't go for his heel.
Good one.
Understood the reference.
It blows spores in his face, and you just watch as his eyes narrow, and he just really aggressively blows the spores back at it, and nothing happens.
Pocket sand.
He rolled a 20 on his save, so literally
Are we all
nothing
kind of
happened.
just in a melee here?
Yeah, it's just like this wall of things, and then
Okay.
it is gonna now try to punch him though. Did it not hit? No, that definitely hit. Okay. Doing damage. Ooh. Okay. And then it will be... Okay, 2 more guys to go. There's 5 of them, so... Bit of math. Oh, that's not right. There we go. And then 2 more go. So, Paul, will come into you. Make a con save, Paul.
Okay. Oh, 10.
10. Ooh, you're stunned for 1 minute, and you can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns.
Yay!
And then Galen's getting smacked. Galen's not getting smacked.
I don't know what Galen's AC is.
It'd be the bear anyway, but that would be 11, which I didn't even roll that high. So, Jubble, your turn.
How many of them are there?
5.
Should I arms of a dart now or wait?
Well, you're right next to everyone else too, so you got half them,
we're
half
gonna-
you.
We're gonna awakening blast then.
Okay, which one? There's 5 targets.
Oh, the closest one to me, nat 20.
Okay, that'd be the one. This the one that just punched Ben.
All right, Ben.
Nat 20, so that's D10 plus D10 plus charisma.
Where's my D10? Oh, there she is. 0. Oh no, 10. Plus 9.
Ooh.
+3. 22.
So this thing just clocks Ben. You're like, haha, you got hit by its penis, and then you blow its head off, and it falls back just into the water.
Holy shit! I like it.
That was a good hit.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go sit down and play with the rock, I guess.
Wait, the big, the little guy's done.
Little guy, not the big guy, not the
Not
big
the
guy.
big guy.
Movement trouble, anything?
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
Alright, the one next
Yeah,
to Ben
after that
clocks
blow.
you.
No.
The other one that didn't hit Ben. It
Oh, okay,
tries to
movement.
clock you, and you just kind of like step out of the way and just, yeah.
I did it again.
That was an attack of opportunity right there.
Yeah. The big one doesn't, you know, it doesn't swing at you. And then it's down to the bottom, which is Donny. Double Donny goes. Which he would
Donny.
Sacred Flame in the big guy, so it's a save on my end.
Alright, rolling to hit.
No, it's not double. I save, and I do, so it does nothing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't
So
play-
his turn's over, and he moves closer with the shield up. So yeah. So that's Donny. It's pretty straightforward.
Good job,
Ben,
BB.
Ben, back to you.
Okay,
You watch
Is
this
my
one in
guy-
front of you explode,
fuck yeah.
and there's the one next to that one. The one next to
We
that
just
one.
traumatized for the foul that just hit him in the face.
The one next to you is still there was a second one next to you, the one that tried to blow spores at you, and that one's still alive.
Okay, wait a second. I have daggers and scimitars right now?
I
Oh,
guess.
just fucking Safari Zone this shit and just
Yeah,
chop.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out my scimitars.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You're desimming.
Well, you kind of have to just like drop the bow where it is, but it's not gonna like disappear into this mud. It's just gonna hit the mud, you know.
I can't like put it over my
Like
arm or
time wise, it's
something.
like you'd have to put the bow away, then pull out the sword. So it's just like you kind of have to.
What if he just puts the bow like
yeah, but,
like his
it's-
arm through the thing?
That's what
when
I'm
it's
saying,
your-
like a purse.
when
No,
it's
but that's
your
still-
turn, Ben, it's like everyone's going at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So it's
So
you,
can,
only
yeah,
have.
Hold on, guys. Everybody, stop moving. I'm gonna sling this over.
Yeah,
Like
so-
it's in your hands, so you just gotta drop it and
Yeah.
pull out your other weapon to attack.
Alright, alright.
And I'm pretty sure that like you wouldn't even be able to do two scimitars at once at the same time either. But I'm letting you, so just shut up and do it.
Quick draw.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, I
cool.
mean it's a different name, but yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna start slashing at that other guy.
Okay. So you get the 2 attacks.
I rolled a 5.
So that one plus. I have to double check, but it either hits or misses
Plus
based
6.
off of. Okay, so the first one does not hit.
And then the second one was a 19.
Well, it doesn't get your dexterity. Or wait. No, it does, but it doesn't get the
Doesn't
damage.
attack
Okay,
them?
doesn't get the
Does
damage.
he have weapon finesse?
What do you mean?
Weapon finesse allows him to use his dex instead of his strength.
Oh, well, it's just these aren't finesse weapons, so it's actually Ben. This has to use your strength. So I mean, it's yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm double checking.
Okay, I rolled a nat 13, so
Okay, that hits. You're good.
Damn.
But I'm double checking something anyway. So roll the d6 damage on that one. It's literally just d6 because it doesn't use your dex.
I want
Because
somebody
this
to
is the offhand one. You missed the main one.
yeah. I rolled a 4.
4 damage. Okay. I'm just double checking because I don't remember everything because I'm not a super genius, just a regular genius. And where the fuck is it? Okay. Oh, it is finesse. Okay, so it would use your dex. But again, in this case, it doesn't because it's the offhand attack. It does to attack, but it doesn't to the damage. So you do 4 to this one, and just cut off like a bunch of like mushroom tops, and there's still more mushroom, and this one's
Okay.
not on the ground yet.
I want to run back to the big guy.
Okay. You run 2 feet to the left.
It's like, wait a
Is
second.
that?
They're all
Yeah.
standing in a line. Like,
Yeah.
And they're just like.
Oh, they're in a line. I thought they were like scattered distance.
No, it's literally like they just swarmed you
or
on
like
one
two
side.
shield walls just attacking each other.
Can
Yeah.
I try and
Like I
Maybe
said,
that-
once combat gets more complicated, then we'll probably use a mat. But right now, it's just like people attack people.
is my arrow still in the big guy?
Pretty far in, yeah. But you can't retrieve it on this turn because you already dumped
Is that
your bow,
last bow?
and then
Your last arrow.
No, that wasn't my last arrow. I wanted to like use the arrow to climb up the big guy.
What are you, Legolas? God,
Yes, exactly. Yes.
No, like it's
That's
literally like you just see the what do you call it, the fletchings, and that's
the
it.
fletchings. Oh, that was a pretty good hit.
I mean, it's also like softs. But yeah, you did get a pretty decent hit.
I want to retrieve my bow now.
Again, you drop it because you don't have time, so you can't then retrieve it, which takes more time.
Yes,
and would also incur an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You're no longer focusing on the thing that's attacking you.
But, I mean, technically, the thing in front of you did already take a stack, but now that you're in front of the big boy, maybe. But yeah, no, so you literally just take 2 steps to the left, and then that's it. That's yeah. Bonus action, you do anything else on your bonus action?
I want to get my bow.
Alright, Jonathan, it's your turn.
I'm gonna just firebolt the big dude.
Okay. Roll the
Not my arrow.
as Jonathan continues to fireball him.
Does a 2 hit?
A 2 does not hit Jonathan.
Okay.
As you just like everything's like it's pretty tall, so you just like you misjudge the arc and just go like straight up in the air.
I ended my turn.
Did you guys see that bird?
Alright,
I thought there was a 6.
Alright, I gotta double check something, but Achilles'
Was that a
turn.
dog shaking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Baxter?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doggy.
Jenkins just doesn't exist unless like immediately acted
I
upon.
went to bed already.
Sorry, I'm double checking something. Oh, I had to Google it. To Google. Okay. So. Oh wait, this might be terrible. All right. Well, he's still holding the wand, but in his offhand, in his right hand, he pulls out one of his daggers. Like flips it around, like blade side up, and just like goes to shank the big boy. He actually does. He hits it. So he, gangly boy, like the long arm, just reaches up and right into the what would be the stomach, but it's a fungus thing. It doesn't really. You don't know the anatomy of such a fucking ball of mass. It takes damage.
Cool.
But as he sort of swings it, you watch the blade shimmers green for a second and buries itself deep into this thing. Takes a bit of damage. Doesn't seem all that affected. But then, I misjudged the thing. Hold on. I again lost my tab. And Paul, you're right next to this, or Crab Man. As he stabs it, you see fire sort of sprout from where the blade landed. Like bright green fire just shoot out and hop to the one right in front of you and just scorch it a bit on the edges.
Cool.
Yep.
I could tie that to the end of my trident.
Alright, that's his turn. And it's now.
Oh boy.
There's also a dog.
The dog shaking.
Yes.
Paul, it's Galen's turn.
Galen will maul big boy.
Big boy now?
Go, Galen. Use
So
maul.
what was he mauling before?
Smaller boy on the left.
Alright, let's keep going for him.
Yeah, because he'd have to, like, crawl over you,
Yeah.
stand on top of Achille, and then he'd be...
Hey, does a 18
Yes!
hit? Okay, and then I'll roll for the claws as well.
Yeah, because then the I'll tell you the dice in a second. 'Cause
Oh, claws don't hit.
What is it?
Alright, it's 6.
Oh, yeah, they don't... hold on, this is wrong tab. It's D6 plus 2.
There.
And, like, standing up on his hind legs, like, he's... Huh?
Two damages in a row. Max damage, 8.
8 damage, oh boy. And, like, he could... Like, he towers over this thing. It's, like, a third of his height when he's, like, standing on his hind legs. as he just reaches down and just bites this thing's what would be a head off, but it's still kind of standing upright, you know, moving as much as a thing like this would idly. And then Paul, it'll be your turn unless he does anything else, but I don't think he does.
All right, cool. I will skewer big guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Nice. Does a 22 hit?
It does. Oddly enough, they're not wearing that much armor.
Plus the big guy, so
Yeah.
easier to hit. Oh, good. I will do 5 damage, and then I'll action surge and attack again.
I love the spite action surge. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's 5, you
16
said?
hit.
16 does hit. You said 5 damage?
Yeah, for the first one.
Okay.
Oh, good. And 5 more damage. Thanks, dice. I will never use you again.
Alright. Not bad. So you're just like... Stab it twice. 1, 2, right, like, above Achille, you know? Like, he stabs it in the stomach, you watch the fire pop out, and you just hit it right in the abdomen twice. And then that's its turn now. So it turns to you, Paul, now that you've stabbed it twice.
No, just let him out.
Everything is I'm going to do tomorrow. Why can't you do things when I ask you?
Jonathan, can you mute yourself? Jonathan, can you mute? Thank you. Casually just having an argument while we're fucking singing.
Mom.
Looks at you, Paul.
Let me know.
Oh, wait. Paul, weren't you stunned?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
shit. Undo that.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh shit.
Just kidding. I will roll. Okay, I'm still stunned.
Okay.
Fuck.
What do I have to roll to get out of it?
Not high. What'd you get?
I got a 9.
Higher than that.
Yeah, I rolled worse than my initial roll.
Alright, so then instead of going after you, it's going after,
Guy who lit it on fire.
Yes, Achille, thank you. I just, like, not even that I couldn't think of his name, I just, like, I'm retarded. Breathe spores and him, and he just waves his arm really fast and, like, blows him away and still, like, angrily looking at this thing. Like, muttering under his breath. And, like, you're stunned, Paul, but you're just still just kind of, like, sinking slowly further into the mud, like, standing upright still. You know, just, like, because you got that you know, you're chitinous armor, too, so you're just kind of, like a statue, almost, of just crab standing there. Just slightly just lower to the mud, but not like quicksand. Just, you know, like at some point you stop, but you're just sort of sinking there.
Cool.
And then goes for another punch. Oh, actually, this one I don't think hits. It does not. Cool. Yeah. Goes to the swing, and he ducks underneath it, and he's like mad dogging it, like, come on, you know, showing his teeth as he always does because he's a mouth breather. And then 4 more guys. So, John Paul, 1 looks at you. 3 more guys. You killed 1. You stepped away a little bit, Red. Yeah.
You said there was 5.
Yeah, you killed 1. Well, 3 littler ones. This big boy, you killed 1 of the other ones, and then there's 3 more of the same kind.
3 little boys and 1 big boy.
Yeah. So one of them like wraps around, so he doesn't provoke opportunity attack, and then comes to you.
Okay.
Hold on, I have to look up the number for this. But I think it misses, but I could be wrong. What's your armor?
11.
Yeah, it doesn't. It swings at you, and you're just like, you know, boop, out of the way.
I yawn as a taunt. Yawn.
Paul. They both hit Galen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without Jowie.
So, they're gonna try to. I'm gonna re-roll that one because I was fucking cocked as shit. That rolled just as bad as I thought it would. Actually, no, I think that one hits. Hold on, I have the fucking number in front of me.
I think it's 11. You said?
There was 11.
Yeah, it's 11. Okay. Yeah, I hit 12, so that one hits, and then I'll do damage in a second. That one's exactly 11, so that hits as well. And then he has 19 health as a bear.
I think defense should win ties.
Nah, it's a loss.
I think you both should have to mash the A button.
And then he takes of 19. Paul, can you keep track of that somewhere? Of 19, he takes. Oh God, hold on.
Is he dead?
No, well maybe it's a bear, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be. Okay.
Yeah, what happens? Does he like untransform?
Yeah, it just any over damage goes into his main.
Oh, okay.
Nine so far. From one of them.
Holy fuck.
Stop rolling.
He takes 18 damage, so he's at 1 health as a bear.
Perfect.
They just both clock him on either side.
Cleric.
Some of that's poison damage, but there's no like modifiers for a bear, I don't think, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's not, so.
So
Alright.
he doesn't have to worry about it? Is that what you're saying?
Like, yeah, the poison doesn't do anything extra. It just, if someone had weakness or resistance, it would matter, but. Alright, I also might be a little stupid. Oh, I'm a little stupid. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm stupid, but in a good way.
Good.
I fucked up, but like, retroactively.
You fucked up, but you didn't.
I didn't. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And now it is somebody else's turn, and it is John Boy, your turn.
Is it my turn? It is. We're gonna go for the one more agonizing blast, and then I'm gonna arms of our next turn, just to keep everybody.
Yeah. So there's the one right in front of you.
What's the one that Paul/Galen hit last?
That'd be the furthest left around you, like past your team that you can't see right now.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the closest one.
Okay.
Roll it a hit. 13 plus 3.
That definitely hits.
1d10 plus charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, 13!
Alright. This one.
Just get decaphobia, bitches.
Oof. Takes you take a chunk out of like its belly abdomen, and it just sort of slumps over into that exposed area and just flops to the ground.
I make a finger gun and I blow on it.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
Am I kind of in the way, or should I move a little bit?
Well, you're free to move. Like, you have half your movement because you're in difficult terrain. There's nowhere that opportunity attacks can come from, so you can basically just move anywhere within 15 feet.
I'll just move 5 feet somewhere else.
Okay. So not towards the action, away from it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you do it. Roger that. Donny's turn. Same thing he'll do, so I'll just do the, Yeah, it passes again, so Donny does nothing. Ben, back up to you. Both the little boys are dead in front of you, so it's just the big guy.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him with my scimitars. I'm gonna try and jump on him and dig my scimitars into him so I can climb him.
Okay.
Like a tree.
So roll the 2 attacks.
Okay, so I also have this thing called Colossus Slayer.
Yeah, that would have been relevant, I think.
Would have been, yeah, but I forget about it.
Well,
So
I mean,
this time,
like would have been on your earlier turn, but this turn, yeah. So hold on.
Right, yeah. So the first one is an 11.
That does not hit.
Wait, so
Okay.
am I adding 6 to that?
It's 11. Yes, so that hits now.
Perfect. Okay, good.
God damn.
Like, add the numbers to your roll and say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but last time he told me there was some weird thing.
I double checked it. I was wrong, but yeah.
So it is. Okay.
Yeah, it
All right,
applies.
I'm good.
I was just double checking, but yeah.
All right, so that one was a 17. And the second one is 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay, that hits as well.
Nice. So those are both D6 plus D8.
They're D6 each plus 6 on one of them. Wait, also on your sheet does it say like a fighting style anywhere?
Fighting style is ranged.
Okay, so that does not apply here. So yeah,
Yeah,
D6, 2d6 plus 6 plus D8, which is your Colossus Slayer.
Right. Okay. Okay. 6 and 3. So
Okay.
12.
6 and 3 is 9, by the way.
Yeah. No, but plus 6. Okay.
So okay, so that's 15.
It could
That's
be
not
15.
12. Yeah.
15 and the D8.
Yeah.
5.
5. Okay,
20.
so that is 20 total. All right.
Nice.
Now I need you to make an athletic save because you only got 1 in here. So you got like your arm gets pulled taut and your shoulder almost gets yanked out of its socket. So I need you to make a save for that.
Right. Okay.
Or it's a roll, but it did, kind of like a save.
What do I add to it?
It's well, yeah, we'll call it a strength save. So you add your strength.
Okay, 16.
16 total. All right, you hold on, but it does definitely, you feel it in your shoulder.
Yeah.
Kind of hanging
And
there.
you're kind of dangling, so it's gonna be rough to get that other arm up there, and you also can't swing and like stab it again on your left, so you're not actually. You're just kind of dangling now, and not far off the ground, but you still are dangling.
Okay.
Hey Jonathan, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna
okay,
fire.
you're actually here. All right.
Firebolt it.
Firebolt, big boy.
Yep.
Oh,
Roger
I'm
that.
hanging on.
All right, we're gonna get him this time. There's a 2-hit.
Okay.
These goddamn birds.
Christ.
it's the chirping. It just gets me.
Yeah, now you undershoot it, where you shoot it right between its legs and just goes blasting off into the forest, and you hear it just like sizzle down into the water and spread.
And then I just go, aha, because next time I'm gonna get him.
Yeah. Statistically, Jonathan, you definitely hit it.
I put my protractor away. We're good now.
Yeah. Alright, Akile goes, and he literally just takes the dagger out and puts it back in, hopefully. He does do that, but it does not do as much as he would hope.
Well, he already put the hole there, so.
Yeah, so he just goes right back in the exact hole and does nothing. And then that'll be, I don't think, he doesn't really notice, but it'll be Galen's turn. Paul.
Alright, Galen will continue to swipe at the littlemans.
We'll bite
Okay.
first, then swipe, so.
Yeah. That's a hit, and claws miss again.
Okay.
Alright. Damage. 6.
6 damage. You take a larger bite out of this one, and this one, now it finally goes limp
Good.
and hits the ground. There's the one in the middle that knocked you down, Paul. Not literally, but, you're at
Yeah,
currently.
sure.
But, yeah. Then anything else? Is he moving at all now, or?
I guess I'll just move in to the other guys.
Okay. Which is, like 5 feet forward on top of them all.
Yeah.
Then Paul, your save.
Come on. Yay! I rolled an 18, so.
Okay, that works. Finally, you regain control of your muscles.
Good.
All right.
Now I will stab the big man.
It's the end of your turn, so now you will not. Next turn you might.
Sad.
Big guy goes. All right, I gotta double check this again because I don't remember everything. Just a lot of everything. Paul, make a Constitution save.
God damn it. You can't keep doing this to me.
It's threatened by you.
11?
Oh, you're stunned again.
God damn it.
And then it punches Akile again.
It's like, oh, he's back. Back to punching this guy.
Yeah.
Spits a loogie at me.
Okay. A bit more damage. Aquile's getting hurt, but he's still just wailing on this thing. Or trying to. And then, okay. It will now be, I think, your turn, Trouble. Ah, wait, one more tiny boy to go, and then your turn. This one turns to Paul, not Paul, but, Galen. Make a save for Galen, Paul.
What's his con save?
I fucking these tabs. It is +2.
No, he got 11 as well.
Okay, so he stiffens up. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, he does. Alright. Joel, your turn.
There's still 3 left now? Two
Nah,
little
two,
boys
two.
and a big boy?
One little boy, one big boy.
I'm gonna go for the last little boy then.
Or do it. You gotta like move.
Agonizing.
You have to move like around, but you can do it.
Agonizing Blast.
Okay.
To hit. A 1!
Christ.
Your spell falls off.
Yeah. There's an increase in wind at the worst time.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
You sneeze in the spell, and you inhale the spell.
Saving for a later date.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else in your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Yeah, you would have used your movement to get into range, like into the right angle, so.
Alright, then cool.
Yeah. And then Donnie's turn, so he's gonna do another one with the big guy. Hopefully, maybe get this. He actually does, I think. I just gotta look up what it does. Yeah.
Hey, at least I had an excuse. And that I was paralyzed.
But when you kind of weren't, you did all right.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't burn your action surge though, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You look
Yeah.
good. All right, takes a bit of damage, and then that'll be Ben, back up to the top. What do you?
I'm gonna try and get that other scimitar into its back.
All right, you're gonna have disadvantage on this one, but yeah.
Okay.
So roll 2, and you take the lowest. Roll 2d20.
Boy.
Um. 13.
13 does actually hit, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
And then that's again d6 plus d8 plus 6.
It's 1d6, right?
1d6 plus 1d8 plus 6.
Aww.
Okay, so 5, a 6, and plus what?
6.
Okay, so that's 17.
17.
Ben's fucking this thing up.
So yeah, you take this. Your sword's like one in the shoulder, and you can't lift it, but you just go like right up into where the spine would be, and just sort of pull it up as much as you can. And then you feel yourself falling forward, and you go slapping down into the ground. Paul, you're kind of underneath this thing as it comes down. And it's not like it's bigger than you. Like you're the same size. You just you're stunned, so you get knocked to the ground. And you're just your head's sticking out. So Ben, you just look down and see like his eye stalks just sticking up, not looking at you, just staring up into the air.
But Paul's kind of happy too because he's in the water again.
Yeah. So, anything else in your turn, Ben?
I'm gonna hop off his back.
Well, you can stand up, but that's half of your hindered movement, so you have like 7 feet remaining.
Can I use that to get my bow back?
You can step very close to your bow.
As you
Really?
reach down, you step on your bow.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I wanna
basically
move
get
as
like
close as possible to my bow.
you're like standing over it, but you still can't get it yet technically on this turn.
Okay.
And then that'll be Jonathan.
All right, I'm gonna witch bolt, magic missile this thing, so I can't miss.
Okay, so 3d4. It's
I'm sorry?
the last tiny boy left, so 3d4, and that's the damage. 3d4 plus 3, right? Unless it... Wait, is it... Let me check level 1. Or, level, whatever. It is 3d. Okay, so 3d4 plus 3. 11 damage total?
Yep.
You added the 3?
Yes.
Okay. 11 damage. Not bad. It's good to have a not miss ability.
Yep.
But you I figured out the thing now. Now I can actually hit it, and you cough, use the one you can't miss.
Yep.
Alright, Akile goes. He ducked out of the way in time, and he just walks up to this thing. And he puts the dagger away. He wants to blast this thing. Actually, he's not gonna walk up. He's just gonna fucking do that. I had to double check what he's doing.
What does finesse mean?
That's the dexterity thing. It lets you use dexterity instead of strength on weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. Double check what this does. This is a save on them, or is it an attack roll? Okay, it's a save on them. And he fails it. Oof.
Ben, did you mean that, like, literally, what does finesse mean, or what does it mean in terms of D&D?
D&D.
Okay.
Okay, so,
The way you asked it, you're like, what's finesse mean?
What does finesse mean?
so,
And he's just sitting there like, oh, okay.
so yeah, Akile pulls back, whips his thing out again, and throws like a blast of green at this thing, sort of the sort of heat wave haze of just energy, green energy slaps
Wait,
this
so
thing.
he's got a snake tattooed on his arm.
No,
He's
the
shooting
snake
green
turned into
flames at people.
the snake
The snake-
turned into a wand, and the green flames shot out of his dagger. Can you fucking pay attention?
He's definitely a Death Eater. He's a Death Eater.
It's not a Death Eater.
He's obviously a Death Eater.
It's not a Death Eater.
He's a moss eater.
That's racist.
Green flames, wands, and snake tattoos.
The snake tattoo is the wand. He doesn't have both.
Exactly. It's a
Pull his turban off.
He now no longer has a tattoo. He's not wearing a turban. It's just his hair.
Oh.
His little face.
But the
Well,
energy
like-
sort of hits this thing, and it's just sort of shrinks up a little bit, like kind of the way his skin looks, and just falls over, collapses to the ground.
Hooray.
There's a second where like he sort of brushes off like some of the mud, but like he's still muddy. The snake crawls back over his hand now, and is now the tattoo again on his arm, but facing the other way. And he just starts walking again ahead.
I guess I become unparalyzed.
You can roll another save.
Okay.
Fucker.
Some tour guide, Jesus, just leaves me here. Alright, I get out of that one,
Okay.
and I'll roll for Galen. And Galen gets...
All yells
I rolled a
disappear.
15, so I'm assuming he
Yeah,
gets out.
Galen gets it.
Alright, so, Crabman, taking in what's happening, as he's laying underneath a giant mushroom, goes, ooh, and starts eating it.
Okay. Yeah, no bad effects or anything. Just mushroom.
Good.
Some
I
of
walk
it's a bit
over.
burnt.
Good
And,
eats.
I walk over and take a bite as well.
roll Constitution check.
14.
Okay, now you're a dwarf, so you got like a hearty stomach to begin with.
Dwarven resilience.
Yes, Jonathan, against like toxins, but this tastes horrible. This was a bad idea. This is disgusting. And you don't vomit, you stop yourself there, but you definitely do like that was bad. Just let it hit the water. Just
Crabman continues to eat gleefully.
I go for a second bite just to make sure.
roll another Constitution check.
6.
Okay, you don't even like get it all. Like it barely touches your tongue when you just vomit. Just like projectile, but straight down. Like spray this into the water at your feet.
Crabman starts eating vomit. Is the message through to you? Yes. You don't want to waste all that good mushroom.
I know. Damn. JP, can I borrow your pot?
Ow, my pot. Mine.
Alright, I guess I free myself from
Yeah.
underneath.
You don't have to. You can just like worm your way out.
He
You don't have
eats
to
his
roll.
way out.
Alright. And I start following the guy.
Okay.
And so does Galen.
All right.
Since he's just started walking away.
What's everybody else doing?
I want to pick up my shit.
What time of day is it?
Again, still that sort of that maroon
I go walk
sky.
behind a tree with a piece of mushroom. And...
I try eating it.
I try eating again.
It has to taste
I'm going one more time. Third time's the charm.
Roll another Constitution check. Yeah.
13.
All right, you don't vomit again, but you're really considering how fucking stupid you have to be doing it.
Fine.
Everyone keeping track of their spell slots and everything. Everyone doing that.
Yeah, I've only
Yeah.
used cantrips.
Yep. And then Jonathan used one, and
I
then
used
Ben
one.
used one.
Yep.
All right. Yep. And then one of Galen's transformations was used.
Sure.
All right. So while you guys walking, anybody doing anything?
Wait, did I get my arrow back and everything
Yeah.
out of this big ass dude?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
What is that? Sleight of
It's
hand.
dex.
Dexterity. Oh, cool.
You might have it, but
18.
15. Yeah, you work your way through. You kind of like have to pull it through the other side, like through the flat, but it's still, it'll fire again.
Nice.
And you
We started walking?
Yeah.
Alright. How far away are we from the fight?
I mean, you know, it depends on how far you want to be by the time you do whatever you're trying to do.
Can you go 25 minutes away?
Sure. You wait
Alright.
25 minutes.
Hey, Ben.
Yo.
You ever picked up your bow?
He did, Jonathan.
Yes, I did.
Ah, damn it! Did you really? I didn't hear that.
Pay attention, Jonathan.
Shut up, Ben. So I was gonna say 45.
Yeah, as you call him your last name.
Fuckhead ass.
Yeah.
What a good name.
Alright.
Yeah.
What a good.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the
Yes, indeed.
yeah, so unless anyone has anything else immediate to do, we're gonna like call it soon.
I need to go to bed because I have to be up.
Yeah, so like
5:30.
any last things anyone wants to do before we finish up the session for tonight?
No.
Occur experience.
Are there any
that's
other mushrooms around?
122, but I'm gonna double. It is 122. Okay. 122 experience.
Can I get extra for single-handedly taking down that big fucking thing?
You didn't single-handedly.
And there
Yes,
were.
I single-handedly blew someone's fucking head off.
Yeah, Ben,
Are there-
you didn't
are
do
there-
shit for the other ones, huh?
122, you said?
Yeah.
I hit one of them.
Okay.
Any
But then I
different
also-
kind of mushrooms?
Single-handedly took down the big guy.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
The fucking tour guide was attacking him the whole time.
Okay, what did you do to it, Paul?
I was paralyzed.
Oh, wait, Ben,
What?
And that's,
What's our
that's
XP
neither
level?
here nor there, Ben.
Ben, I magic missiled it.
Yeah, and he was
hit
lit on
it?
fire by
Yeah.
dagger, and then
I
he
didn't
was
think you
also
hit it.
snake wanded.
What's our
Ben,
XP?
Ben, I can't miss with magic missile.
Remember my 37 damage?
Alright, now
No.
we're getting into metagame.
I really don't.
You just shot it. You barely know that you did a lot to it.
Shut up, asshole.
What's our XP right now?
Plus 122, you said?
Yeah.
2093.
I think it's 24 if I remember correctly for the next tier.
27.
27? Oh yeah, that's right.
Plus 27?
No.
No, for the next level we need to get 2500 XP.
Okay.
So is Thursday D&D night? The thing? Or
So far it has been on a Thursday.
Yeah, honestly,
this,
for
this,
Galen.
this can work.
Yeah, except for Galen.
We could try Friday. Maybe Galen will fall asleep while talking to people and making toast.
yeah. I can't do this weekend, but
I could have. My trip got canceled.
Oh.
Depending on my Wi-Fi availability next week, can and whenever you guys want.
Alright, we'll talk.
Sounds good.
When are we
Alright.
getting onto board maps here?
Again, when it gets more complicated.
Which will be...
I have a checkpoint in mind.
Okay.
When we get to the snow biome.
I'm keeping track of... I'm trying to keep track of fights.
Robert, don't put a deer in your story. That's important. Just to let you know.
The first year.
Me is gonna kill the shit out of him.
I think it's
A
gonna be a
majestic, beautiful, one-of-a-kind creature.
all of a sudden the rare albino.
Arms of a dar.
Ah! Just fucking murder that thing.
And you know the Crabman will be all for it.
Robert, you ever see that video the guy made of a carnivorous plant?
No.
It's like it's pretty funny. I think it's funny because just the way the guy talks. Because like one